I finally destroyed the set. I can't believe they made me do manual labor after I hosted the show. Seems a little unfair. I don't like award shows. I never have, because for me they fall into two categories. Either they got it wrong again, or self-congratulatory jerk-off fest. Every year, like clockwork, around the time of the Game Awards, I'd check all the nominees and realize, right, I hate the Game Awards. I've basically given up on actually watching the Oscars by this point. If anything cool happens, trust me, the internet will let me know. Okay, why the frick? I don't want to start shit, especially not drama with internet personalities, but I'll be damned if I stifle my opinions not to piss people off. Okay, every year, I remember that the Streamer Awards exist, and I get irrationally mad. A bunch of millionaire streamers put on their suits, ties, and dresses and hang out with all their friends that they give awards to. Just blow yourself on camera already. I read that line out loud to one of my friends while I was working on this, and they said I have a self-destructive personality. No clue what they meant by that. The Game Awards, before they were the Game Awards, used to be the Spike Video Game Awards that were held on Spike TV. That while it was a channel that marketed itself and said it was for adult men, it was really just for preteen boys. When you're a kid, you're still exposed to these award shows. If you were a Cartoon Network kid, then you would have saw the Hall of Game Awards that would air for a couple years. I watched this channel religiously in the 2010s. I don't think I've ever watched one of these Hall of Game Awards. I'm glad LMFAO finally got their proper recognition. And not to be all sports ball, but I never really cared about the festivities of sports either. You could shove me in a locker right now. I did thoroughly enjoy SpongeBob and Patrick commentating over the Super Bowl though. In the previous year's Nickelodeon video, I talked about going to my friend's house for these March Madness parties where I wouldn't actually watch the basketball games. I would instead watch TV or play outside or play video games. Similarly, whenever the Super Bowl came around, we would go to a different friend's house, but I couldn't really ignore the show because everyone there was super invested. My only escape, like most, were the iconic ads that would air in the commercial breaks in between the show. But now even that's been ruined. This is gonna sound like I'm complaining, but I promise I'm not. We live in a very React-centric world right now. Video game and movie trailers are set up to be reacted to, posted, and then people react to those reactions.
I'm actually okay, thank you very much.
I'll still go back and watch that giant compilation of people reacting to the first Force Awakens trailer because they are trapped in this perfect time bubble in absolute bliss, unaware of what is about to happen. Even the Game Awards, ever since they started announcing Smash Bros characters there, it's the only reason I watch, aside from it being unintentionally hilarious, is to see those reveals. Not specifically the Smash ones, but just any game announcements. But the Game Awards were not the first event to combine exciting new announcements and the award show. The Super Bowl isn't even an award show, unless you count winning the Super Bowl as an award. The main thing I remember and associate with those March Madness parties, because they took place in, surprisingly, late March and early April, with the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. This is something that I know we've all seen, but is very seldom talked about. The Kids' Choice Awards initially started out as a much smaller special as part of the movie review show Rated K for Kids by Kids. And this show is insane. Like, I probably could have gotten away with, and this video may have flown better if I just read the Wikipedia article about Rated K, but I found a bunch of rips on YouTube, and I watched all of them. I haven't seen anyone else mention or talk about this kids review show, and I really need to talk about it. Rated K aired on Nickelodeon from 1986 to 1988, and just like the name suggests, featured a rotating cast of random assortments of kids. Random assortments of very similar looking kids. Cast a wide net. The idea was to put the power in the hands of the kids. Everything was branded with the Kids K, even the unfortunate branding. Really had to go with the repeating K, huh? But don't forget the most important line, what the K stands for kids, where they reviewed classic children's films like An American Tail, Crocodile Dundee, Stand By Me. It has kids in it.
You guys wanna go see a dead body?
So the guys decide to go on this 2-day adventure to find this dead body. While they're wandering through the woods, they have funny moments and they have scary moments. They find themselves tested in ways they never imagined, and you see their friendships grow stronger and stronger.
Come on, Teddy, man. Get off this rock, she's crazy.
The best part of this show is when these random children do their best to talk about a serious topic that they simply just do not have the gravitas to discuss. They do a segment where they review the film The Boy Who Could Fly. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's a little heavy. That wasn't an intentional play on words.
And with autistic kids, that is a trait that
that is sometimes carried amongst them. I met one kid when we were doing some character studies and stuff that was just like Eric.
I had 2 people on the spectrum advising me at all times. That's how I write my videos.
It turns out Eric has some problems of his own. Ever since his parents were killed in the plane crash, he's been unable to communicate with anyone.
Assholes! Fuck! My parents died in a plane crash!
This entire section could really just be me showing you my favorite clips from the show.
It's all about this little boy who witnesses his hippie parents being brutally murdered by a corrupt cop. But then he gets found by this old deranged bag lady who takes him in and teaches him how to live in the urban jungle. As Wild Thing gets older, he becomes this ghetto legend. He's always mysteriously arriving when the good guy gets in trouble.
It doesn't help that their ranking system is incredibly arbitrary. Like, a K being the highest rank makes sense, the show is seeping with K, but the rest are just whatever the kids are feeling at the time. Like, this movie was either B for based or C for cringe. It's like Sesame Street, except they teach you nothing.
That's why I'm gonna give it an F for seeing it.
Yeah, I like this one a lot too, so I'm gonna give it a G for some good stuff. Well, I don't like it, so I'm giving it a B for it.
Oh my god.
I gotta disagree with Rebecca on this one. That's why I'm gonna rate this movie F for fun.
I'm gonna give this movie a B for bland.
Okay, so F is good and B is bad? Worse than F? The movie they're reviewing there is Song of the South. Speaking of racism, some of the movies they reviewed on this show I have heard of. Some are a little bit more obscure or fallen under the radar. Some are, what was supposed to be a Kids' Choice Awards video has already been sidetracked by the rated K rabbit hole, but this show has introduced me to maybe one of what I think is the worst thing ever. The kids of this Nickelodeon movie review show where they review movies for children, reviewed a movie called Soul Man, which I'm just gonna read the synopsis of the film right now. Actually, wait. Okay. For my peepers. Mark Watson is the pampered son of a rich family who is about to attend Harvard Law School along with his best friend Gordon. Unfortunately, his father's neurotic psychiatrist talks his patient into focusing on his own happiness instead of spending money on his son. Mark is denied a student loan, and the only scholarship he sees is for African Americans. He decides to cheat by using tanning pills in a larger dose than prescribed to appear as African American. Watson then sets out for Harvard, naively believing that black people have no problems at all in American society. However, once immersed in the black student's life, Mark finds out prejudice and racism truly exist. The film garnered controversy, with Howell's makeup drawing comparisons to blackface, which prompted protest against the film upon its release. Despite the controversy and negative reviews from critics, Soul Man was a commercial success, grossing $35 million on a $4.5 million budget.
Mom, Dad, there's something I have to tell you. I'm black.
By the way, you know that hot chick who played Sarah?
I wonder why this show isn't on streaming anywhere.
I also liked everything about the movie. There wasn't anything I didn't like about it.
I had a few problems with this movie. Well, for one thing, I didn't believe for a second that Mark was black. When he got on the screen, I mean, with his curls, I mean, his wig out to here, and I was just like, that is no pro. I mean, let me tell you, I didn't believe it. And for the rest of the movie, I think I had a problem with that because it got in the way of me really getting into his character.
I know times have changed, but this was the 80s. None of you kids see any problem with this? It's not the kids' fault. I'm sure none of them truly understood what they were saying. That being said, the cast of kids cycle around for each episode, but this kid, Matt, gets on my nerves. And you may be asking, Andrew, you're in your 20s. Isn't it kind of a bad look for you to be beefing with a child? To which I respond, technically, this guy's older than me. Unfortunately, there were too many people working on this show, and Matt is the only one I remembered. Oh man, Scott Suckoff did the audio.
So how'd you like it?
I'm so disappointed in you. This was great comedy. And first off, you make fun of me because I like this movie, saying I have a problem up there. You would that's life. Well, I thought this movie was a really good movie, okay? The comedy was great. It might have been a little bit too predictable, but it was good slapstick. It was funny. I enjoyed it. Okay, the plot was stupid. The characters might have been predictable. Still funny. It's the kind of movie you got to get with a bunch of guys, eat popcorn, have fun.
This entire episode, it seems everyone is on edge because this kid has such a menacing presence to him. Like, this is how people talk about movies on Twitter.
My spot here
got to go.
for Star Trek 4. And I got a pair for you.
Oh, no.
Yes, yes, Rebecca.
No. Black Mini Hill, first review.
I'm a Trekkie fan, right? I've seen all the television shows. I've seen all the movies. I wear the Spock ears in the street. I have underwear with Star Trek on it. I love this. This is the best. I I even have the figures with me here. Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock hanging out with me while I'm doing this review.
Oh, you would. Listen, I'm not the only adult beefing with this kid. The special episode where they had Roger Ebert on, he got in a actual heated argument with this kid about violence in movies. Right, okay, so somehow Rated K by Kids for Kids had a special episode that featured movie review legends Siskel and Ebert, who did not get the memo that this was supposed to be a fun little thing and went on the offense in debating these children about film. And then they compare Siskel and Ebert's thumbs up, thumbs down review format with their nonsense.
And so you thought that was good?
Yeah.
But making love with an android is gross.
Well, I didn't see that movie.
But killing Chinamen with an umbrella is okay.
Yeah, it really is. I have no problem
so
with that.
basically you're just into stimulus, right? If it's coming in, you like it.
Yeah, it's because that's the way. I mean, if I'm having a good time, then it's okay.
Well, then you have more in common with the android than you realize.
Hey.
This movie, it seemed to me, it wasn't nice. No, but killing people with umbrellas isn't too nice either, or squirrels, poor little squirrels.
A little kid like me, they're rats.
One segment we're wringing our hands over the poor little chimpanzee, the next segment we think it's cool to kill rats.
Yeah, but rats have rabies.
This is awesome. Just because I'm 23 doesn't mean I can't argue with children on the internet. If you're gonna bring up space chimps, I'm gonna fight back. Anyway, I just felt like I had to talk about that frankly insane show. Did I have to watch every episode? No, probably not. But did I need to do anything in this video, really? It's all for historical record. The kids of Rated K are fed up with the award shows run by snooty adults. When are they gonna get an award show of their own to share their opinions? How come Ant-Man 3 didn't win Best Picture when that one has the most explosions in it? But this time, it's the kids who hold the power.
For years, adults have had their award shows to pick their favorite movies, their favorite records, and their favorite athletes.
Now it's kids' turn to pick their favorites as Nickelodeon announces Big Ballot, the first nationwide poll just for kids.
Big Ballot is where you pick your number one movie, your hit record, and your favorite athlete.
So tune in to Nickelodeon after January 18th for the big news on how to cast your vote and when to see the winners on the Big Ballot Show.
Nickelodeon's Big Ballot, a big idea whose time has come. Brought to you by Bonkers Chewy Candy and Post Cereal.
I really hope Matt isn't a big part of the story. Technically, the first ever incarnation of the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards is this Big Ballot episode of Rated K for Kids by Kids. And it's a remarkably clean start considering most of these ceremonies are actually really hard to come by, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The Big Ballot event starts like any other Rated K episode, where they review some Bruce Willis movie about alcoholism or something, except there's this ominous red button sitting in the middle of the table, egging the children on.
Oh yeah, remember Matt's movie, Creature from the Ugly Lagoon? Yeah, I saw that.
You know, you really shouldn't push Matt like that. He's got that look that only hardened criminals... What the fuck did I just say? He's got that look that only hardened criminals get. This whole thing, the lineage of the Kids' Choice Awards, is made possible because of Bonkers Fruit Candy. Their name is all over the marketing and every Big Ballot commercial. Do not forget Bonkers.
And that's why I'm going to be giving this movie an F for so-so. And I'm going to have to give this movie an H for drum.
And I'm gonna give this movie an E for
Good to see that this show is still nonsense. If only we could introduce a new segment revolving around my favorite revolving child.
It's now time. Drum roll. Watch out for the button. It's time for Matt's favorite line. Matt's favorite line from Blind Date. This car new?
Can we move on from this movie review?
Push the big balance button like this. Wow! Whoa!
It seems this kid's hubris has gotten the better of him, as he strikes the red button in the middle of the table as his party is then pelted with stuffed animals and paper ballots that I thought were dollar bills at first. Imagine if this was the trend that caught on, like instead of them getting doused with slime, they were just kind of softly pelted with small ballots. I don't trust these guys to count the ballots at all, by the way. I'm calling voter fraud. They also say this is the first time kids get to vote for something, which I feel like can't be true. Were the 80s actually just like the olden days or something? We get a bunch of talking head testimonials from kids all over about how Nickelodeon has finally given them a chance to have their voices heard. This is a big moment as we transition into the first award, Favorite TV Actress. I don't know if this is part of the gimmick, but I'm pretty sure all of these nominees are also kids. But that does not track for any other award, so maybe these kids just hate adult women. Because of this, they actually did manage to get the nominees for interviews.
I had a hamster, but my baby brother let it out, and soon we never see it. So I took it.
That's the least horrifying pet hamster story I've ever heard. Running away is the best case scenario. 3 nominees, 2 of which are representing The Cosby Show, which I thought seemed a little biased. Were there only 2 shows in '86? But funnily enough, despite stuffing the ballot seat, Kim Fields from The Facts of Life wins the first ever, what we'll call for now, Nickelodeon award. I call it that because I have no clue what this thing is. What is she meant to be holding? I'm happy for her. She made history. More so, I'm happy The Cosby Show lost.
This portion of Nickelodeon has been brought to you by Bubble Yum Bubblegum.
Bubble Yum? I thought this whole thing was made possible by Bonkers. What happened to the fruit candy? Now it's time for Favorite TV Actor, where all the nominees are adult men. Okay. Surprisingly, they could not get Michael J. Fox for an in-house interview, but they could get Kirk Cameron. The third man nominated, well, lovable TV dad Bill Cosby, who they obviously couldn't get either. So they have the 2 girls from before talk about him, which leads me to believe that maybe that's why we've had so many Cosby nominees.
And guess who's kid's favorite? Bill Cosby!
Wait a minute. He's not a kid. I want you guys to know that as I'm filming this, I've watched the entire Quiet on Set documentary. It came out while I was watching all the events for this. So I kind of just scrapped all the, not jokes, but all the stuff I had to say about a lot of that stuff. I guess you could call them jokes, if you, more so observations. And I thought we would have a somber turn, as we're probably gonna have to talk about that creator later. Come to realize that there was never any sanctity in the Kids' Choice Awards. It's been tainted since the beginning. And then they immediately go to the Favorite TV Show Award, and would you believe it, The Cosby Show won. Are they paying you? Is Cosby in bed with Big Bonkers? Or Bubble Yum? I just realized I've just said the phrase Big Bonkers out loud. Feel free to use that one. I've heard the dating pool is pretty difficult right now. Is that a fucking kaleidoscope? Or an ancient scroll? I don't know when they settled on the Blimp Award, but being honest, if I won an award, I'd much rather it have funny colors and patterns inside. The winners get their e-scopes, and then the first big ballot ends. Yeah, apparently the first ever incarnation of this award show was actually held over multiple rated K episodes, but I can only find the first one. I did, however, find this clip of them announcing Best Female Vocalist as Madonna, and then actually getting Madonna.
I just want to say thanks to the kids of America for giving me this very special award. It's really great in here.
I don't want to start a huge hunt about it, because there's other stuff I would actually much rather find later in this video. I'm sure the footage is somewhere and it will get to me eventually through the might of the internet or whatever. But it sets a nasty precedent. Right off the bat, we've hit a roadblock. I cannot find the footage, the rest of the footage of the first ever Big Ballot Kids' Choice Awards. But I do know where to find the winners. Eddie Murphy won Favorite Movie Actor, Whoopi Goldberg won Favorite Movie Actress, Phil Collins won Favorite Male Vocalist. I know somewhere out there young Matt Stone and Trey Parker are writing a musical out of spite because of this. And my favorite, winner of 1987's Favorite Music Group, The Monkey! Not as good as the Turtles, though. That's just my opinion. And remember, this is a movie review show. I want to have my finger on the pulse of the youth of 1986. What film won Best Picture, or sorry, Favorite Movie? The Karate Kid Part 2 beat out its easy competition by overstepping other nominees such as Crocodile Dundee and Top Gun. Imagine a world where a modern Crocodile Dundee sequel revitalizes interest in movie theaters. So that was the first ever Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards ceremony, at least as much as I could find, but now it gets a little confusing.
Isn't it about time kids told the world who we think deserves an award? Yeah, that's why Nickelodeon invented the Kids' Choice Awards. The first awards where only kids vote for the winners. I know who I want to win. Give me a ballot. Hold on. You can get a ballot at the Kids' Choice display at these locations. Or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Kids' Choice Ballot, 1775 Broadway, 9th floor, New York, New York, 10019. And stay tuned to Nickelodeon for more Kids' Choice details. Brought to you by Lightsabers Roll Candy and Post Honeycomb.
The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1988, held out of Universal Studios Hollywood. In what will be a very common occurrence in this video, I could not find the whole presentation, but I did happen across some grainy clips of the little in-between sketches. You see, the Kids' Choice Awards isn't just an award show with a bunch of goop occasionally broken up by musical performances. That being said, I did find a clip of special guest Debbie Gibson performing her song Shake Your Love. Shake your love, and you can shake your love. most of these events have what is basically a B-plot running concurrent to the show, where some goofy character goes on their own little journey adventure. And this year is no different, as the whole show fringes on the stage director making sure all the guests make their way to the correct exit.
There are 2 caves on stage. Cave A takes you backstage, and Cave B, well, we're still not exactly sure where Cave B goes.
Glad to see we still kept the arbitrary lettering system. We're given a hint of what the bad entrance could mean as we see what might possibly be the first slime in KCA history, and it's far more chunky than it gets later on. Sounds gross to even say it. This award show is hosted by Tony Danza from
Who's the Boss Says Ayo, Ayo, oh, Ayo, Ayo.
But who cares about that guy? I bet he doesn't even get slimed. Where's our B-plot? The show kicks off with this oafish stage director sending our special guest host down the forbidden door as we follow them down their own odyssey. Our 3 unlikely heroes for this year are made up of the girl who sang earlier and 2 stars from the sitcom Head of the Class. Oh. Fuck. Stars of the show, Brian Robbins and some young up-and-comer named Dan Schneider. Wow, what a perfectly normal guy. I'm glad he won't be a permanent fixture of these ceremonies moving forward. Yay! See, some of the stuff hasn't aged poorly because I was pretty aware of what was going on prior. Our party of 3 survives quicksand and explosions and animatronic gorilla attacks throughout the show and present the award for favorite movie out of the inside of a new popcorn bucket that I cannot read. According to Wikipedia, the winner was Beverly Hills Cop 2, and evidently the winner of favorite movie actor was Eddie Murphy for Beverly Hills Cop 2. Wait a minute, didn't he win last year? And Whoopi Goldberg also won the favorite award. Again, 2 years in a row? At least Michael J. Fox managed to win this time. He's just lucky Bill Cosby didn't compete this year. I can't believe we missed out on an iconic Cosby and Schneider interaction. The Cosby Show lost favorite TV show to Alf. Now I'm back on board. I guess it's cool that host Tony Danza got to present the award for favorite TV actress to his co-star, Alyssa Milano. By the way, in the very short snippets of footage I could find, you can hear the crowd, which means this may have been the first live event, but you rarely see them. I mean, of course, we do see them when Bobby the Brain Heenan storms the stage. Okay, so
Hulk Hogan is nothing. Hulk Hogan, I should be the people's choice, not Hulk Hogan. Now, next year, you won't even hear Hulk Hogan. I'm going to take his place. What? You get me an award right now.
Well, let's get him on. He never had a champion. He probably never will.
You keep your mouth shut, you little punk.
For those of you not in the know, Bobby the Brain Heenan was a comedic heel wrestling manager in the WWF at the time. He managed the likes of Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, the Red Rooster. So basically the kind of heel who didn't take himself too seriously, which also perfectly translates to the celebrity most likely to get slimed. And he does go off into the B for bad tunnel, but then the footage cuts out and he was never seen again. Just letting you know now, if you're one of the people who is annoyed whenever I talk about wrestling, how often I talk about wrestling, this is not the only wrestling storyline that is continued during the Kids' Choice Awards. I am not joking. Anything else worth mentioning? The 3 parking lot heroes return to the stage with a magical explosion, and the audience cheers, but the tape it was recorded on got a little messed up, so it sounds even more horrifying and hilarious. And that's all I could dig up in 1988, but if we're piecing this story together of Nickelodeon's history, then we have set up an important figure for its history. Unfortunately. The only footage I could find related to Kids' Choice Awards 1989 is the promo for it starring a new trio of kids I don't know and a new sponsor that I won't remember. And the second clip is, again, wrestling manager Bobby the Brain Heenan doing slapstick bits while arguing with the winner of favorite sports team. Watch professional wrestling. Do I have to beg? They bumped Alf into his own category of favorite TV actor, so the award for favorite TV show could go to The Cosby Show. Again? Wow, I can't believe Whoopi Goldberg won favorite movie actress. Did she bankroll this show? And you mean to tell me Debbie Gibson winning favorite female musician isn't favoritism? She's one of the gang! I know that it's just how stuff was for a while, but I do think it's really strange to have 2 separate categories for favorite female artist and favorite male artist. Who Framed Roger Rabbit beat out Beetlejuice. As it should. Well, that was a mess of scrambled pieces, but in an exciting turn, the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1990 has been found in full. That's right, folks. We're no longer in the antiquated ways of the 80s with gender gaps and blackface movies now that we're in the 90s, an era I've heard which was all that. I was born in 2001. And by found and fool, I mean the archive I watched starts at the presentation of favorite movie actress. As it should. Lee Thompson wins for Back to the Future, but I'm more interested in what she wins as we see the first appearance of the iconic Nick Blimp Award. One of the presenters, not the Full House one, looks into it as if it were a kaleidoscope, so maybe we're at a middle point between the two. Have all the blimps been kaleidoscopes this whole time? This is how you know this is a retro award show, as we actually immediately go into the next award for favorite movie actor.
The nominees for favorite movie actor are Chevy Chase, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Maybe I'll wipe my ass with it and throw it off a cliff.
The kids in this crowd go fucking crazy for Michael J. Fox, which is probably why he won. Damn, they still couldn't get Marty.
I'm glad that you like Back to the Future 2, and I'm pretty confident that you're gonna like Back to the Future 3.
Are they holding him at gunpoint? Is it like the Madam Web JOI?
The nominees for favorite movie are Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh gee, I wonder which movie's gonna win.
And the favorite movie is Look Who's Talking.
Oh. John Travolta steps out of a future door to accept the award for his talking baby movie.
This is really cool because I watch the Nickelodeon channel too, especially Nick at Night. I don't know if you guys stay up late enough to watch Nick at Night.
Oh, now I know John Travolta loves George Lopez and Glenn Martin DDS. The producer of the film talks about a planned sequel, Look Who's Talking 2, which surprisingly actually exists.
It's gonna be out in the theaters Christmas. Look Who's Talking 2, and I hope you all come 10 times.
10 times? Oh man, this is like the Madam Web ad. And then MC Hammer is there to perform Can't Touch This, led by a horde of screaming children. It's the first year of the 90s, so the 80s still need some time to die off. He keeps edging the hammer dance. Like, he doesn't actually do it in full, just constantly starting and stopping. Do they want me to come 10 times or not? Uncle Joey makes some Uncle Joey noises. You know, I haven't really talked about Full House, like, at all, despite it being a really huge part of my childhood. Like, we had the DVD box set of, I think, maybe all of the episodes, and my sisters and I would watch through it religiously over and over. Well, that's enough time talking about Full House. I'm glad this rip with several segments missing still keeps the ads in. It's so I can see the WWF's Demolition promoting Pizza Hut, as if 2 wrestling videos back to back wasn't enough. They show a slime compilation that feels like an in memoriam. Alyssa Milano beats out Roseanne. Absurd. There's a dog. We have a lot of these to get through.
The Kids' Choice nominees for favorite television actor are...
Look how much happier good guy Kirk Cameron is to get his award. Where was this energy with Michael?
By the way, where is this award? I hope you didn't give it to Candace. Candace, kids gave the award to me, so don't even think about taking this award, all right? I don't want to have to take Noopy away from you again. Maybe next year, sis. Thanks again.
How often do you get this kind of power over your big brother?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I learned they were related for the first time doing this video, like making it, watching this, and they say my videos aren't educational. The fans go crazy as Jaleel White walks out of the sandworm from Doom, and I don't blame them. Yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
The nominees for favorite TV show are The Cosby Show.
I swear to Christ.
And the favorite TV is The Cosby Show!
I will not be taking questions about the meteors. There's way more musical performances than I would have initially thought. They're reaching for this guy like he's Elvis. This one's moving really fast, but we don't have a whole lot of running gags aside from the vague space theme. Also, they're still holding these out of Universal. Gotta have the big animatronic ape. It comes with the territory. Oh boy, more commercials.
I don't know about you, but I don't like the way some auto service places treat women.
You tell him, sister.
Who do you think is going to win in the music category?
Well, like Christy, I really like Bobby Brown.
Okay, Bobby Brown seems to be a favorite. And what about you, Jason?
Well, I like Milli Vanilli. Jason, they look like women. They look like women. Brown is that part? It looks like Jason.
It's like I'm right back on that movie review show. I gotta be honest, I don't know any of these female athletes. Not because I'm sexist, just because I don't really know any athletes at all. Now, if Bull Nakano and Alundra Blaze were nominated, that'd be a different story.
And the Kids' Choice favorite male athlete is...
All right, actually, I think I was wrong. I do have a passing understanding of who this guy is. They actually got him. Look how small that award looks in his hands. Also, he looks into it like a kaleidoscope. I assumed initially this was an award show, an event that gains infamy, maybe infamy isn't the word, popularity over time and as it picks up momentum, but no, 3 shows in, they're already getting major A-list stars. Really goes to show nobody's smarter than children.
And the favorite team is the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, good catch. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm getting kind of bored of sports. Where is Bobby Heenan? Another idol performs a song, but when he goes to the edge of the stage, no one is there. Actually, this might very well be the same guy from before.
Hey, what's happening to the relay station?
False alarm. That's just the flash flood attraction at Universal. Sorry. Wrong relay.
Whoa, what a natural and normal way to bring that up. Maybe I should watch some of these commercials.
Celebrate the moments of your life.
Munch?
I regret my decision. Hey look, it's the Nickelodeon Hindenburg. It seems the final award of the night is the Music Award, which is presented by Mark Summers, who they introduce as the host of Super Sloppy Double Dare, which I can only imagine what that was like.
I was slimed more times than I care to tell you about. It was part of my job. It's cold, it's wet, it's gooey, it's sticky.
Also, they're definitely just using the Star Trek teleportation sound every time this door opens. Pff, who am I, Matthew? Am I right, guys?
I figured it was a good time to give out the Disgusto Award for super sloppiness.
I don't think that was on the ballot. I got fed up of the individual musician awards and started watching on double speed, which made Star Trek Kids' Little Dance all the funnier. I gotta entertain myself in trying times.
And the winner, I'm sure you're surprised. New Kids on the Block!
Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Nickelodeon, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We want to
you.
thank everybody. We want to thank Nickelodeon for the support. We want to thank all of our fans, everyone that's watching.
Everyone.
We
lost the New Kids.
And that's okay. It was the last award anyway.
No, there's still the Sliming Awards. Dave!
Dave, what about the Best Sliding Award?
I'm not Dave, I'm Mr. Woodchuck.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. We're a couple shows into this now. Are we ever going to actually see a celebrity get slimed? The absolute terror in Will Wheaton's voice. Speaking of screaming,
To help them celebrate, let's welcome back MC Hammer!
the 3rd or 4th annual Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards end as MC Hammer does all of his classic dances except for the one I wanted to see. Kinda preferred reading the Wikipedia articles. As we step into the 90s, we can already see how the program has changed. Because Nickelodeon was popular in the 80s, they had a lot of iconic game shows and a variety or two. But the 90s, specifically 1991, let me explain it like this. In 1991, Nickelodeon saw the introduction of Clarissa Explains It All, The Adventures of Pete and Pete as a full series, and the premiere of the first 3 initial original Nicktoons in Ren and Stimpy, Doug, and the Rugrats. The foundation of the channel was changing, and that's not the only time that happens in this video. Nickelodeon has eras, like Cartoon Network does, as every big TV channel does, but I don't really separate it into the way the branding was changed with the blocks. I separate it into the shows they were making at the time. It's probably really easy to separate it into decades, but I still kind of lump the 2000s, early 2000s, in with the 90s, because the moment that stuff really changed was mid to late 2000s. It became different ballgame. Of course, all the shows I just listed would debut in the latter half of 1991, and the KCAs take place in April, so really, every point I just made is completely null and pointless. The only footage I could find was a split-second clip of Corin Nemec getting slimed, apparently. The fandom page says that that was one of only 2 notable celebrity slimings. The only other one, Bart Simpson. I'm glad that they specified it was animated. We truly are in the 90s. At least we're out of Universal, as this show took place out of the Pauley Pavilion in California. If you've never heard of it, neither did I, but you're gonna hear about it a lot. But this is contested, as in the Wikipedia article, it says it was held out of not available. Somebody should fix that. Not me, but one of you should do it. There are 3 music awards, and Vanilla Ice won 2 of them. We truly are in the 90s. Julia Roberts won Favorite Movie Actress, which is even more impressive when you learn that she was running up against Whoopi Goldberg, the Grand Slam champion. Simpsons won Favorite TV Show, Will Smith won Favorite TV Actor, and then went up on stage and slapped Bart Simpson. Is that joke too old now, or does it track? I'm just getting you ready because I make that joke a lot. Arnold Schwarzenegger won Favorite Movie Actor for Kindergarten Cop, truly some of his best work. And the favorite movie of 1991 was Home Alone. Wow, what a nice little show. Can we move on to 92 now so I can make all the points I was making?
The 6th Annual Kids' Choice Awards is brought to you by Golden Crisp Cereal and Nintendo, makers of Super NES.
Now that is not the only footage of this event that I found. I also found this clip.
For the next hour, Nickelodeon's regularly scheduled programming will not be seen, so that we may bring you the 1992 Kids' Choice Awards for movies, TV, music, and more. Next.
With the exception of the third one, every Kids' Choice Award event has taken place in the spring, either late March or early April. That's why this video is coming out when it's coming out. Hopefully. Again, had nothing to do with the documentary. I didn't even know it was coming out then. It's actually pretty unfortunate. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards event and their subsequent premieres is what I associate with spring when it comes to nostalgic television. But this event, the 6th annual, held out of Universal Studios Hollywood, again. It's a shame we don't have any footage. I would have really loved to see King Kong again. This event was held in November of 1992, making it so that there's no award show at all in 93 because of the scheduling conflict that this one caused. So we jump immediately from 92 to 94 because they wanted to have this one in November for some reason. And it would be the first Kids' Choice Awards event to actually be live. Of course, they were all filmed in front of a live studio audience before, but this would mark the change that every subsequent event would be aired on the Nickelodeon TV channel live. What we're seeing on TV is happening. Do I need to explain the concept of live? Probably not. I did it anyway. And now we're in the era of themes. Like each year's show has to have a theme, like it's Homecoming or whatever. And it seems 1992's theme was a storage unit. At least that's what the fandom page says. It seems the Orange Illuminati got their way again as Arnold, Whoopi Goldberg, Michael Jordan, and Bill Cosby all won awards yet again. Is there an award for most KCAs won? Where does this fall on the EGOT list?
Even Thomas Hanks hasn't played a woman, and he's an MTV Movie Award nominee!
Okay, I don't think you're right about either of those things.
Chris Cross won 2 separate blimp kaleidoscopes and then went on to perform the song he did not win it for. I guess I haven't really been listing off the performances because quite honestly, music is my blind spot. I could go on and talk for hours about why I enjoy certain media like movies or TV or audio dramas or video games, but I can't tell you why my playlist is full of Lemon Demon and Sonic the Hedgehog music. I'm sorry, I apologize, lock me up. It looks like Shannis performed Saving Forever for You, and Joe Public performed It Is Not the Same, Live and Learn. Roseanne finally got her award, joining the ranks of Bill Cosby and Will Smith as celebrities that will all be famous and beloved forever and always. And the favorite movie of the year was The Addams Family. I'm glad we gave kids the right to vote. We should let them pick the president next. So we are now in the most iconic era of Nickelodeon, arguably. We'll talk about that later. But I can't even prove it. I mean, 1993 didn't even get a KCA event, and that saw the premiere of Rocko's Modern Life. That's it, just that one. Pretty decent show, though. I found some footage of the Kids' Choice Awards 1994, where Michael Jackson talks directly to the children. Wrap it, pack it in, boys, we're done. Listen, there is a sizable gap over the next couple of years of Kids' Choice Awards that I either could not find or clips I found unimportant or boring. I know we all love the 90s because Harry Potter fans on the internet keep telling us about how cool they were, but I'm sorry, I just couldn't find them. What I did find in relatively full is every Kids' Choice Award events from 1997 to 2008. My wheelhouse. So before, I was talking more about the eras and the history of Nickelodeon, and I will kind of dip my toe in that, but as of this point onward, I'm going to be rapid fire watching all of these events, and then after 2008, there's some stuff will come. Well, you thought I was gonna go all the way to present day? You're really looking forward to me talking about KCA 2017? Well, guess what? I didn't watch TV at that time, and probably neither did you. What the shit is Henry Danger? No way I'm talking about that show. The only reason I'd ever cover that show is if it miraculously had a musical episode. So it's actually really fortuitous that this is the start of the ones I could find all in timeline order, because 1997 is the year that the Kids' Choice Awards start following up with proper premieres. I mean, this is the time when you know you've got the most eyes on you. You might as well take advantage of the children. I think this video might get me in trouble. Should I hire an editor? But we'll cover that more in depth after the show. It's not like we missed anything important. What could have possibly occurred between 1994 and 1997 anyway? What is a Hey Arnold?
Nickelodeon's 10th Annual Kids' Choice Awards, brought to you by Post Golden Crisp and Honeycomb Cereals and McDonald's McWorld.
The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1997, held out of the Grand Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. The story being told here with this ceremony is a bunch of kids kidnapping Rosie O'Donnell and making her host the KCAs against her will. The only way a celebrity would host the KCAs. Nickelodeon, specifically in the 90s, liked to use Nick as a shorthand and put it in a lot of branding with play on words. The downside is pretty evident. Because each year has a theme now, for some reason, they keep saying that this year's event is being held out of the Nick-O-Drone. I said that as slowly as possible on purpose for a reason.
Welcome to the 10th Annual Kids' Choice Awards. We're coming at you live from Hollywood in the Nickelodeon.
It's Nick or treat all over again. They do mention for potentially the first time that the children of the world can vote for their favorites online. The future sounds bright. I can't wait for the day that every child has the internet right at their fingertips. That can only yield positive results. It seems our lovely host isn't enough to move the show along, as we also pan over to what looks like two sports announcers, one of whom is a kid named Gavin. His thing is that he's loud, like everything about this show. Like, I don't know who they were focus grouping for this, but in the pursuit of appealing to kids, they landed on, what if we just have them scream the whole time, all the time? Am I old? Am I becoming the fist shaking guy? It's sad. Because to be fair, if I was a kid and I was given this opportunity to be in this room full of other kids and just be as loud as I possibly could, I would take it. A famous model breaks out of a sign like it's a big football game, and my immediate thought was, are they gonna do this every time? Do they plan on taping it back together, or do they have more of them? But I need not worry about that anymore. All I need to focus on is the best male actor. The winner of this award was Jim Carrey, which makes sense. That guy was king in the 90s. But what movie did he win for? Was it Ace Ventura, or The Mask, or Liar Liar, or Dumb and Dumber, or Jim Carrey won the Best Male Actor Award, beating both Independence Day and Mission Impossible with his film, The Cable Guy. And don't get me wrong here, don't get it twisted, all right? I love The Cable Guy. I just know that most people don't. You mean to tell me that kids in the 90s like Cable Guy more than Mission Impossible? That's so cool. And oh my god, they actually got him? He's here in the flesh? The jump between 92 and 97 was sizable. I'm watching these shows very carefully to find the point where they stop incorporating the kaleidoscope into these designs, because I legitimately never knew that was the original intent. It's possible they've all had eye holes this whole time, because that blimp still very much has a hole in the back.
This is really wonderful. It means a lot to me. In fact, it means so much that I've decided to adopt each and every one of you as my own children.
Yeah, this guy's Eggman. Rosie throws peanuts at kids in an attempt to satiate their bloodlust. I don't pretend to understand the youth, but sometimes I see kids and think, these kids are all right. They give Fran Drescher a standing ovation, as they should. I forget she just actually talks like that. Like, this isn't a Steve Urkel situation. She just is the nanny. That's awesome. Let's see what new starlet is nominated for the favorite movie actress.
The nominees for favorite movie actress are Whoopi Goldberg, Eddie.
God damn it. It gets even worse. I was blinded by what I thought was going to be favoritism in Whoopi that I completely missed the leg up right under me. The favorite actress is the current host of the Kids' Choice Awards, winning for the Nickelodeon movie, Harriet the Spy. My script here actually says Harriet the Soy. That's really throwing me off. I smell foul play. Is that allowed? Can the host of an award show also win an award at said show for a movie produced by the people who are running the show?
Excellent! Kids roll! Say your name really quick. Brittany. Come here, say your name really quick. Courtney. Say your name really quick. Chris. Say your name really quick. Kevin. Kids roll! Thank you!
I feel like I just got a rousing speech from a revolutionary about to overthrow the government with her loyal army of children. Like a cult or a Minecraft YouTuber. The sports commentators do a pratfall bit. Can we get these guys out of here?
From this summer's magical comedy, Simple Wish, and here comes her co-star from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, weighing in at 152 pounds, Martin the Pusher Shaw!
Are they about to fight? Now this show's getting interesting. Yeah, I bought it, so what? Camera 2, get in on this. This is important. I can't put that in the video, man. I cannot hear anything that they are saying over the screaming of children and the static of the TV. Favorite animal star? Ah, yes. The 3 genders.
Flipper.
Oh, okay. There are 2 pets from Homeward Bound 2 nominated, and I've never wanted anything more. Sassy Sweep. Sassy Sweep. Sassy Sweep. But nah, stupid dog from live action 101 Dalmatian wins it. The first one. I think we should skin this thing. I think they wanted to do a cool little spot where this kid hands the dog a rubber version of the blimp that he can hold, but the dog keeps dropping it, and by this point the kid just gives up. Unprofessional. And this guy won over Sassy. The tune that plays while this is happening is also unbelievable. Am I in hell?
What do you guys say when I think of root beer? Soda. Okay, what do you think of when I say ginger ale? What do you think of when I say cherry cola?
Soda! We transition into our first major break after the performance of I Want You. And this is where we see an ad for what will eventually become an annual tradition. Immediately following the Kids' Choice Awards 1997, Nickelodeon will see the premiere of its newest Nicktoon, Angry Beavers. And that's what I'm here to talk about, really, more than anything, even though it doesn't really seem like that. You know, maybe I should hire an editor. Or a handler. We see the Boy Meets World boys, but not the main Boys Meet World boy, the other boys. They present an award for favorite movie. All I know about this show is that its reboot eventually becomes the face of capitalism and autism speaks. I don't want to pick fights with dedicated stans because that's a losing battle, but does Sabrina Carpenter have other songs? Every clip I've seen of her, she's just singing different variations of the same song. Look how far the favorite movie award has fallen. This used to be the whole point of the show. It started as a movie review segment, and now it's the second segment of the show? What would Siskel and Ebert think? Independence Day wins, as an excited Will Smith approaches, slapping the hands of the kids in the crowd. Also, Jeff Goldblum is there. Big Nickelodeon fan. Have anything to add, Will? Is the theme of this year's show screaming all the time? I don't know if it's canned or not, but these children have not stopped cheering since the show began. What are they putting in that slime? Next, Sabrina the Teenage Witch walks out to the stage like normal as a kid takes the slide down. They're presenting the favorite cartoon. Now that it's in the 90s and Nicktoons exist, they take this stuff more seriously. They will, of course, eventually change their minds, but we're still living in a pre-Sponge world, so it really is anyone's game. Well, that's cool, man.
And do you know that the average cartoon is over 8 minutes long?
I mean, that's technically right. Kind of. The teenage witch does her evil black magic on the kid to freeze him in place for daring to talk about animation at the Nickelodeon network. Have you heard of Harvey Beaks? I am going to beat you with hammers.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Alrighty then.
Steven Spielberg presents Animaniacs. Rugrats. The Simpsons.
I think I see where this is going. The Rugrats beat The Simpsons. This is 1997. Hey, what episode aired only 2 weeks after this event? Oh, Homer's Enemy? Okay, just making sure. I will say, I think it's really cool and cute that they have Tommy accept the award and thank his fellow babies. We probably wouldn't have gotten that if the Nick show didn't win. It's like when Shrek showed up to the Oscars. Hey look, it's the cast of All That. Keenan, Kel, Amanda Bynes, the other ones.
And there's only 16 of them made for, and
We're figuring out the best TV actress. The first 2 nominees are separate women from Friends, and then after, twins Tia and Tamara are listed just together. Can they do that? They're not really one entity. This isn't Keenan and Kel, guys.
Roseanne.
Oh, like Flipper. From Flipper. They play a drum roll riff and then cut to a sign that's supposed to drop and reveal the banner. It does not drop, and then Tia and Tamara win. It's 2 people.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. We love you, Jesus. Thank you for so many blessings you've given us. Yeah. Oh, Lord,
All right, man. What you call the Holy Trinity, I call Twitches. I guess there wasn't enough time for all the bands and the play-by-play guys, so 2 awards are shadow dropped in the corner. Apparently winner of favorite video game and favorite book are NBA Jam and Matilda, respectively. I think. Actually, I'm not sure which one won which award. Let's watch some of those nostalgic commercials.
Legendary warriors.
We must keep you from harm.
Will unleash the power of fire, wood, earth, metal, and water. In the ultimate battle to save a planet.
Wow. Can't believe Nickelodeon planned the live-action Avatar this far in advance. I am hyper aware of the tropes of my medium. I watch a lot of YouTube, all right? I know it's passé to have like a rival, an evil video game or movie that your review character like shakes their fist at and says, no, I didn't want to review this thing. That being said, even I have my limits. Favorite TV actor?
Kids' choice is...
I cannot believe this. I don't know what I did to deserve this necessarily.
Thanks again for voting me. I love you guys. And I'll put this up with the other one. I'll play with them in the bathtub. Maybe that's not something you should hear.
He will be the end of me. Someday down the line, I'll be on my deathbed looking back on my life and knowing that I fought Tim Allen until I couldn't anymore. I know she's more well known as Harriet the Spy by this point, but I can't not see her as their character from Buffy. Jean-Claude Van Damme rides a motorcycle onto the stage, and again, there's no way these kids are this stoked the entire time. Is there a roller coaster outside? Favorite TV show? Hope Goosebumps wins. They use a clip from Attack of the Mutant, which is, and I don't say this lightly because a lot of them are bad, the worst episode of the show. And guess who gets another victory under their belt? Home Improvement? Really? Better than Goosebumps? Actually, that is fair. I'm starting to understand how they chose who would do what, because there are some standout stars who present one award and then fuck off. But the presenters for this next award are Tia and Tamara, who won earlier, and one of the Home Improvement kids who was just on stage. He didn't even need to leave. Your current host won an award. They do this short segment about Nickelodeon and other territories along with their chosen tributes. Like, for example, Nick Latin America gives an award to Enrique Iglesias, Nick UK gives an award to the Spice Girls, and the Backstreet Boys win for Germany. Now, I'm no geography expert. It's that time of every KCA show where we have to cover sport awards. And speaking of sport awards on a children's network where I just want to talk about cartoons, Shaq. This is the moment that convinced him to host the Hall of Game. Also, I am in awe of how small that award looks every time it's in these guys' hands. I forget that giants just exist. The Female Sport Award is presented by Jeff Goldblum and Wayne Knight. From Cat Scratch fame?
Here we go, here we go. Come to Daddy, come to Papa. The winner is...
This can only end well. I wonder if the woman who we just saw present an award is going to win over all these other women who we're only seeing for the first time. She does actually look through the blimp though. I just need to keep track of these for historical record.
The next guy doesn't have a gold medal, but he does have a goldfish. Beverly Hills Ninja, Chris Farley!
Okay, this show has immediately gotten exponentially better. Before, I believed nobody could match the energy of the screaming children, but lo and behold. It's like Jack Black saw this exact presentation and knew his new lot in life. Hey look, it's the Green Bay Packers from Scott the Waz Borderline Forever. Finally, someone understands true sportsmanship. I expected Farley to be sweaty. It's kind of his thing. But then every host up at the podium is so out of breath. Is there a carbon monoxide leak? Is that why all the kids keep cheering?
The kids' choice is... 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you gonna say no, Fuji?
The what? As unnecessary as this commentary team is, Gavin does bring up a good point. We haven't seen anyone get slimed this entire show.
Look who I found, 2 of the funniest men around, the Wayans brother. What's going on, Molly?
Stars of Little Man and White Chicks. We get Patrick Stewart on the show, kind of bringing Rated K for Kids, the Star Trek episode, full circle with the KCA's creation. But are we here to talk about Star Trek, really? I bet he's just mad they stole his sound effects.
It was Star Trek that I was in, not Star Wars.
I was also in Dune. The bad one. Internet, can you show me a video clip of Sir Patrick Stewart saying Coolio?
Coolio!
Thank you. It's like those compilations of celebrities announcing the musical guest on SNL.
Ladies and gentlemen, Panic at the Disco.
Whose kid does Coolio have?
I want to thank my family, thank my kids.
I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank my kids, who I do not consider part of my family. They know what they did. Just when I thought our American Dad star limit had hit max capacity with Sir Patrick Stewart, Sinbad comes on down and does, like, prop comedy.
We were thinking that since we're at the Nickelodeon, we might as well have a ball.
She can say it. It's a good thing the Foogies aren't here anymore.
And the kids' choice is...
Fugees!
Oh, well, goddamn. Apparently, while we were away, Nickelodeon introduced a new award called the Hall of Fame Award. Not to be confused with the Hall of Game Awards. The rules are a little confusing, but I think the only qualifications that are necessary is that to enter the Hall of Fame, they had to have won a Kids' Choice Award at some point in the past. Multiple awards, I believe. So this award isn't even really who had the best 1997, or I guess 1996 in this case. It's more so just who did the kids like the most at the time? You get a golden award and your name on a banner hung up in the rafters. Now that I think about it, I don't even know if the kids voted on this. And you'll join the elite cast of other Hall of Famers like Michael Jordan and Tim Allen. I miss a handful of years and this happens, he's on a banner. Wouldn't have happened on my watch if I was around, I'm just saying.
For instance, one must be nominated for a Kids' Choice at least 3 times.
And they must also be a prior Kids' Choice winner.
And the winner, the man with the greatest 1997, now joining an elite class, one Will Smith. I have a bit right here because, you know, I didn't watch all of these before I finished my script. The bit is, okay, let's get all the jokes out of the way now. But that's not even true because I keep making jokes about it. Anyway, do you think they also banned him from the KCAs? What do you think about this, Will? Well said, as always. Man, his fake crying here is even more convincing than his Oscars acceptance speech, am I right, guys? Then he jumps the barricade and approaches the host, Rosie O'Donnell. If I were her, I would be mortified. Are the slap jokes getting old yet?
There you have it, gang, the 1997 Kids' Choice Awards.
Call for Rosie O'Donnell on the Nickelodeon. Call for Rosie O'Donnell on the Nickelodeon.
I'm sorry, I have a phone call. Hello?
Hi, Ro.
It's Madonna!
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? You know what the best part about live television is? It's unpredictable.
We're getting, you know, lots of fun dancing. Yeah. Yeah.
And awkward. Madonna out here asking the real question. She sat down in her bunker and watched this entire show. It's ending, and not a single person got slimed. This is an outrage. We really need to up our slime intake.
You know, I don't really know, because I can't...
I really do not like the sound of that at all. And then Rosie starts eating it. Kids' Choice Awards 1997. As we know, this event was immediately followed up by the Nickelodeon premiere of the new Nicktoon Angry Beavers. And while I didn't necessarily need to watch that for this, did I really need to watch anything? I already watched all of Rated K. This is actually technically my first full episode of this one. There's a lot of classic cartoons I haven't seen. They would shock you. I've seen a lot of clips from the show, though. Why did nobody tell me they were brothers? Like, is it ever brought up outside of the pilot? Anyway, I like the fake B-movie parody.
Doctor, what have we done? A spleen with an opposable thumb. Oh, the humanity.
What a great show. I sure hope they don't scrap the final episode. Moving on. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1998, held out of the Pauley Pavilion we love so much at UCLA. That's in Los Angeles. April 4th, 1998. The show opens with a roll call of all the stars, but I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise. I want to be shocked by every celebrity they wrangle up.
Back for her second Kids' Choice Awards, the big-time star of stage, screen, and her own awesome talk show, Rosie O'Donnell!
Except for that one. I didn't want to hear that. Rosie says that this is the one night a year where the stars put away their suits and dresses and rock sneakers and slime. Truly the working man's award show. It seems the theme for this year's event is a bunch of Rube Goldberg machines all over the stage. Trinkets, doohickeys, thingamabobs, the like, you get it. Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Best Show on the Planet Home Improvement walks out carrying nondescript no-name sodas and snacks. Here to announce the favorite movie actress. I got kind of excited during the nominations because I thought they learned their lesson and muted the crowd during the lineup because it was so silent. Come to realize it was just because nobody liked or cared about Vegas Vacation. Because the banners worked so well last year, this year's winners are all revealed through a different thingamajig. None of that popcorn got in the bucket. You mean to tell me the best actress came from Batman and Robin and it wasn't Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy?
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. This is so nice. You guys are really, really cool. Bye.
Short and sweet, right to the point. Watching these old events really give you insight into these short snippets of what was popular around that time, on the pulse of a generation.
Will we take a look at the nominees for favorite movie actor?
Tim Allen, Jungle to Jungle.
Fuck off. I'm glad all the winners are being revealed through different doohickeys. It's at the very least keeping me entertained. The door to favorite movie actor opens to show a cardboard cutout of Will Smith from Men in Black, and then he calls in from a secluded location. Oh, Mr. Too Big for His Britches gets put in the Hall of Fame one time and now he's too big of a star to show up. That or he got banned permanently for slapping all those kids.
But I know some guys who look even better in pink. It's America's greatest rock and roll band. Let's get this place pumping and jumping. Aerosmith!
Sorry, fucking what? Nope, that is most definitely Aerosmith. You know how some conspiracy nuts online will talk about Hollywood humiliation rituals whenever they see a man wearing a dress or any feminine clothes? I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying this would probably blow their minds. What do you think, Rosie?
The one and only Madonna!
Can you chill? Well, at least I'm glad she doesn't harbor any ill will for Madonna after how last year ended. She did us a favor. The next award is for favorite movie, and you know how, really with any award show, when they show off the nominees, they do like a little demo reel of clips. For Titanic, it shows a montage of romantic moments, and then the ship sinking and people screaming for their lives, and then more fun moments.
His choices.
I hope James Cameron's here to accept this one.
Here to accept the award is the Titanic star, Billy Zane.
Well, he is certainly in the movie. Man, we're really barreling through all the film and TV awards, but now it's time for the most prestigious, the Favorite Cartoon Award. I want you guys to know, I did not edit this.
King of the Hill.
It goes to show a father knows what's best for his kid. And the mother, although well-meaning, is usually wrong.
This is surreal. You guys know me, I love a big talking robot. Would you believe me if I told you the Rugrats won again? I guess they're busy working on the movie because this animated bit looks a little worse than the last year's. We get to hear from Angelica at least, but Chucky keeps running around the same way. Man, I spent a lot of time finding this show.
That's it? That's the last episode? That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles!
Gotta say, the Kid-traption is a much better branded name than the last one they came up with. I still don't think it's fair for the other candidates that Tia and Tamara got to share a slot for favorite TV actress. I get that they don't want to split the vote, but I really want to see which twin is the favorite. I got into an argument, less of an argument, more of a disagreement with some friends a little bit ago, because I said I preferred Mary Test from Johnny Test over Susan, and they were arguing with me. Not that they preferred Susan more, but that it was weird that I had a preference at all, and that they're interchangeable. I don't agree at all. That's a fundamental misunderstanding of the text.
Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart.
I've talked about finding juvenile jokes for kids funnier in my old age as I shake off my teenage angst. That includes wacky sound effects. They're like my favorite thing right now. Rosie lists off some potential new awards, the likes of favorite dresser and favorite hair. All of these are really appearance-based. Man, kids are judgy. Who has the worst hair and lamest fit? Of course, Kramer is nominated for both. Jamiroquai.
Kids rule! Yeah!
Is that an exclamation or a sign of war? I love that nearly every adult that encounters these rowdy kids immediately shifts into teacher mode to attempt to shut them up. Meanwhile, Rosie is the embodiment of why they gave me Adderall as a kid. Up-and-coming act Cleopatra performs their new song, Comin' At Ya. And I don't know, man, I wish there was just an easier way to remember any of this information. It still won't stick. I'm gonna forget I even made this video tomorrow.
You needed to find out the winner for favorite TV actor.
Ah. Well, first, let's check out the nominees.
Tim Allen, Home Improvement.
Don't. Do not even. All right, this is getting out of hand. Keenan and Kel are nominated together, and they aren't even siblings. Now, the Wayans brothers, those are some siblings. Man, the kids of 98 love Home Improvement. Or they just love teen heartthrob Jonathan Taylor Thomas. No, it must be Tim Allen. They're presenting the Best Animal Award again, and I am in awe they managed to get new animal actors every year. Like, legitimately, how many animal roles can there be for 1 year? I can't wait to hear the nominees.
Well, first up, we got Buddy from Air Bud. There wasn't a crowd that he couldn't please.
And there's Willie from Free Willy 3, who swam the 7 seas.
And Mouse Hunt had the crazy mouse who ate a lot of cheese.
And of course, there was Sabrina's cat, Salem. She was after one of his fleas.
Wow, I barely heard any of that.
Oh, thank you.
All right, everyone shut up. This is the only celebrity I care about.
I promised I wasn't gonna cry, but I feel the love. Oh.
And I got news for James Cameron. Who's king of the world now, pal?
You fucking tell him. Now you'll never get a role in Avatar 6. Wait, did he actually win? I thought this was like a joke cameo.
Keenan and Kel. It's 2 hours. I got the 2 hours. I know exactly what I'll do.
I'm happy for them, but I don't even remember what they were nominated for. I think I'm losing my touch. Or my mind. I shouldn't have watched these all back to back. But this is what I wanted to see. Look, I didn't exist in 1998, but I liked these shows. So I like these guys, all right? This is what I wanted to see. I want to see Nick stars doing what they do best.
I want to thank the Lord, first of all.
Is this just something you're like supposed to say? They're lumping favorite book and favorite video game together. Again, I don't know why they keep insisting on this. It's set up like a game show where the Nick stars have to guess.
Is it box of quackers?
What did you just say? So apparently Goosebumps and Super Mario won. I don't know which Super Mario. Like, Goosebumps specifies the book. They even cut to R.L. Stine in the crowd with his blimp kaleidoscope. I'd be pissed if I were him, lumped into a backstage segment. No wonder kids aren't reading. The wiki says it's Super Mario 64, which did come out in 1997. Look at these nominees. And people call me a Nintendo shill. Final Fantasy VII came out that year. Now we're on to favorite male athlete, and unfortunately, Tiger Woods does not win. Oh, hi, Michael Jordan.
I couldn't be there. Now, as you can hear, I'm playing basketball and getting my job done, but to all the kids who voted me as, I guess, male athlete of the year, the 6th time. Thank you very much.
Why even nominate anyone else?
Oh no! Iceberg, dead ahead!
Hey Rosie, that actually happened. Like to real people in real life. It's very poor taste. I say, knowing damn well I'm gonna make some 9/11 jokes later. That's how you know Super Mario 64 made a huge impact this year. With how many kids are dressed like Mario. They're even plumbing like the plumber. Christy, the figure skater who previously attended the show as a guest and has apparently won this award twice prior, wins a blimp. Who would have thunk it? Puff Daddy performs, and it looks pretty sick on 2x speed. Wait, now we're seeing even more new awards, favorite laugh and favorite line. Listen, before, I didn't care about this at all, like I do with most awards and most award shows. I don't know what lines popped up in 97, but then they dangle Austin Powers' "Yeah, baby" in front of me, and I realized that there really only is one best line. Please. Also, 2 insane line choices to put back to back.
Favorite line?
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Truly two of the most important lines in American cinema. And then again, they don't show any winners. Just throw it to another award. I'm gonna be real with you guys, and I know I keep saying it, but I just do not care about Best Athlete if a wrestler isn't nominated. Bobby Heenan isn't even here anymore.
Okay,
You guys aren't Michael Jordan.
The shower in my dressing room's busted, and I heard there was a shower out here on stage.
It's not real. It's part of the kids' section. It's gonna reveal the winner, like the toilet bowl did earlier.
Oh, well, that explains why that toilet didn't flush before the show.
You used the toilet?
Uh-oh.
Amanda, you need to get out of there. Amanda Bynes and some guy are presenting the award for favorite music group. As much as I liked Amanda, I think at this moment, Keenan and Kel are the only ones here who understand a good bit.
I can't believe my country album didn't give me a favorite singer nomination.
I didn't know that you had a country album, Kel. Did you, Megan?
No.
Well, what do you call this?
Well, let me see that, Kel. Let me see it.
All right.
Wow. Kel's country album. It includes his hits, Please Don't Moon Me, The Mole on Your Back Looks Like Texas, and Are You Gonna Finish That Sandwich?
Will Smith is nominated for this one too? For his movie tie-in song? In all fairness to movie tie-in songs, My Heart Will Go On is also nominated, so really who deserves it more? Puff Daddy won. What a shock.
First of all, I like to thank God, and I want to tell y'all, all the kids, please keep God in your lives.
Thank you, Father Puff. I will. So, Rosie O'Donnell is given her own award, not for her, but to give out. For her favorite of anything? It's a special pink award, and she gives it to Aerosmith. She wanted the kids to like her so bad, and then she turns around and picks the most mom band ever. Oh man, you guys are not gonna like that one. Hey, he's actually looking through it. Let's go. All right, so it's a kaleidoscope still. And now they have to present a different award? Was giving them an award the only way you could get them out here, but none of the kids picked them? It's in our contract. We need a kaleidoscope. I know my taste in music is inconsistent and kind of all over the place, but I did like Mbop. I know I'm a broken record here, but of course they won. They're the only ones who are already there. Oh, and Puff Daddy. But don't worry, we do have something more slimy in store for him later, so everyone get your hopes up now. It's gonna be great. Let's hear from some of these kids.
Now what the story is, the cast of all that. Take it, Leon. You're welcome. Right.
All right, okay, never mind. Hey, look, it's Hanson. You know, I've heard they have the favorite song, and they're the kids' favorite band. Before they cut to the final commercial break, they let us know that the final segment will feature the new category winners, which I imagine are the awards they've sprinkled throughout the show, and the annual Hall of Fame award. And we come back to them immediately doing the Hall of Fame award. You don't want to save this for last? Tia and Tamara win it this year, and I do legitimately believe that they deserve it. And of course, by they, I mean just Tamara, the best twin. I mean, we all understand that, right? She's the best one.
Well, first of all, we'd just like to thank, our Lord, Jesus Christ. We thank you so much, because without him, we wouldn't be here.
She's right. I mean, none of this would have happened if not for him. Not the KCAs or not Nickelodeon. None of it would exist if Jesus wasn't slimed on the cross for our sins.
We have a very special person to present the award.
Oh boy, I hope it's Jesus. It's Rosie. I should have expected this. Is she still, kidnapped? Held here against her will? We don't really talk about that anymore, but does she want to be here? So I seem to have gotten very confused. She isn't presenting the winner of all of these new awards. She's just announcing which of these awards is going to be an award. And guess what? No favorite laugh, no favorite hair, no favorite line. Best dressed won out. I smell voter fraud again. If Austin Powers can't win for best line, I know he can at least win for chillest fucking fit. Did Puff Daddy win the award for best dressed, or is he presenting the award? What are we even doing here? Listen, this show has been a mess, and not the fun, gross out kind of one from the jump, but we can still salvage this. We can find a way to dump this goop and slime on this guy. It'll make it all worth it.
I don't know.
I don't know!
All right, we fucked it. Let's wrap it up. We blew it. But following the tradition that was set up last year, the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1998 was followed by the premiere of new Nicktoon Cat Dog with its first 2 episodes. Am I just gonna pick a bit from each premiere that I like because I watched them? I like the taco restaurant bit.
Hola, senor. May I take your order?
And the big hola to you, Dunlap.
Hey, cat. Hey, dog.
No, Dunlap, it's me, dog.
It's silly. I'm getting tired of the 90s.
No matter who wins, it's been a wild, wild ride. Oh yeah.
Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1999, once again held out of the Pauley Pavilion at UCLA. This year, they're going for a golf theme as the tape cuts in with Dawn from Buffy, Kenan Thompson, and the Macho Man Randy Savage. 1999 WCW Randy Savage, to be precise. Oh, finally, it's been years. Golf cart, but I feel like a soft theme they kind of just happened across was the new millennium. I mean, everything was Y2K core in the 90s. Look at this logo. This is the future. After the cold open, the stage show opens with a performance of an original song created for the Kids' Choice Awards. Or at least I hope it was. I don't think this song would make any sense outside of this hyper-specific context. The second you drop confetti on a low-resolution video, it just looks like carpet. I'm looking at the floor of a bowling alley. Oh. Great. Well, at least she always knows what to say. Not that I don't love Rosie, but I don't love Rosie. When are we gonna let someone else host this show? I thought this was for the kids.
Joining our stars on the links tonight is you, the kids!
Release the children! Apparently these kids won a sweepstakes, and now they get to compete. Compete in quotations. They get to play golf on the stage we've previously seen, full of dangerous contraptions. This is the plot of Willy Wonka.
What is that? It's the end.
These nominees are getting way too out of hand. The Spice Girls are nominated for Favorite Movie Actress. All of them? Just like all the Spice... Do we know what favorite means? No pressure, kid, but if you don't sink this ball in the hole, then nobody wins Favorite Actress. We're revoking their right to vote. No pressure. Okay, man. The winner is Drew Barrymore, who they already announced would be here. I love her, dude. She's reacting to this orange blimp like she just won a Nobel Peace Prize. It's awesome.
So incredibly honored and privileged that I am to receive this. My heart thanks you so very much.
I mean, come on. Everything else is just boring, except for Rosie.
Drew Barrymore! Yeah!
Rosie is awake. She tells all the cyber surfers to check out America Online to chat with Rosie. 1999. Maybe they just aren't doing enough bits, or maybe I just don't know any of these celebrities.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know this course like the back of my hand. Now watch.
All right.
That definitely hit the camera.
What hit the camera, man?
Dual wheel!
I didn't exist in the 90s. I hear about it all the time. But what we're coming up on, the 2000s, that I understand. The nominees for Favorite Movie Actor utilized this low-quality CG slime transition, and this right here is my Nickelodeon. I can't explain it exactly, but this like aesthetic always makes me think of those water tube toys, not the sticky ones, but the ones that would float around in the tubes that look very like phallic and questionable, and like that sour juice candy slime is what I'm describing. I'm describing slime.
Yeah, okay, Billy, you know what? Finish off the putt and show us the kid's choice.
It was right there, Billy. You're ruining the KCAs for everyone, Billy. Adam Sandler. What are you doing here?
Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style.
What an elaborate Happy Gilmore reference.
I just want to say that I used to poop my pants all the time.
And that's all the time we have left for Adam Sandler. Oh man, they got all the stars on AOL? I can cyber chat with the water boy?
At the Kids' Choice Awards tonight, we say, who cares?
Who cares?
I feel like I'm kind of just coasting by showing you clips instead of giving actual commentary. And I'm just hyper aware and like I editorialize my own writing and content when it comes to making these videos. But sometimes I just can't. There's nothing I could add that would make the situation any funnier. Actually, less about it being funny and more just like I just need to show you what I mean.
So, I understand you guys would have been having a little fun backstage.
Rebecca and I were having some fun.
What the fuck? The Rugrats movie won favorite movie. Look at the shock on my face. Do you see my surprise?
I want to jump in your arms because I love y'all so much. I want to run to a field of poppies in my diaper. And I want all of you to... Who do you think you are, Roberto Baloney? Yay!
Where's their Hall of Fame award? They've won nearly every year. You mean to tell me you think Tommy Pickles isn't better than Michael Jordan? Rosie lets us know that Keenan and the Macho Man are working their way to the final no-holds-barred champion hole. And again, now the show is starting to become something I remember. The KCAs aren't the KCAs to me unless there's some concurrent running gag that comes throughout the show and then climax. I need to pick better words. The KCAs aren't the KCAs to me unless there's some kind of running gag that runs concurrently throughout the show and then ends near the end with some kind of random hilarious gesture.
Hey, look, Tommy and Tucket. Ooh, I love those babies.
It also helps that Randy Savage has legitimate comedy chops. Hey, it's the most likable guy from that 70s show. Also Venom. Don't tell the Macho Man. Hey Keenan, nice outfit. Your husband make that for you?
I mean, that's a lot of pressure there. Hey, Elizabeth, it's me, Rosie. Listen, don't sweat it, honey. Take a deep breath like this.
No way Tim Allen is nominated for this fuck-ass show again. The Spice Girls took up one slot, but Kel is nominated by himself this year. Yeah, we can't find Keenan. His last known whereabouts were with the Macho Man, so... he's as good as gone. And he still wins? You cannot keep this man down. What year is it again? We get a performance from NSYNC, stars of film Trolls Band Together. They sound like shit here. We get another award presentation from Drew Barrymore and future WCW champion David Arquette. Don't tell the Macho Man. Hey David, nice outfit.
I can't believe you've never been kissed. And all the movies you've done with all those hunky leading men, especially E.T.
Me and my friends would have killed E.T. with hammers, I can tell you that much. David Arquette gets to watch a sizzle reel of Scream co-star Courtney Cox and Scream 2 co-star Sarah Michelle Gellar. Do I need to consult the chart again? It seems my Buffy references have manifested this nomination, but she loses to both Mary-Kate and Ashley. The twins win again.
Hey, I want to say hi to my new online buddies.
Me and my oomfies. Me excitedly telling my mom about all the nice adults I've been talking to on the cartoon forums. Time for the favorite TV show, presented by... I don't know what is happening.
Skeeter, what's going on?
Here's this ham sandwich.
I feel like I fell into a different dimension. I looked up Cousin Skeeter on Google because I didn't believe it was real, and the first image is what I believe to be Anthony Padilla of Smosh. Nickelodeon really saw this and said, what if we made our own stereotype puppet? I know I exaggerate a lot, I kind of fluff the numbers, but they play the exact same sound effects like 4 times. I'm starting to think the show was developed to rot children's brains. The Nickelodeon variety sketch comedy show, all that winning prevents Buffy from getting the recognition it so deserves. Also, what the fuck? Keenan's right there. It seems we've scrapped all the new awards from last year because, frankly, they were dumb and stupid. But this newest award, the Rising Star Award, will truly let us know who is going to be the next big thing. I know I don't know a whole lot of celebrities, but I've never heard of any of these guys. So I don't think they're gonna have a good 1999. As if this show somehow wasn't dangerous enough. It's that fucking monkey! It's the same one from Night at the Museum and Tim Allen's Shaggy Dog. She's got a long lineage of appearances actually, but only one of the characters she's ever played has its own Wikipedia article, and it's Annie's boobs.
First of all, I like to thank God.
I would like to thank God that this monkey is not on my shoulder, as I fear it is currently thinking about ripping my face off. I am afraid. All the stars are here. It's the boy from Boy Meets World. You get a D- because of communism. Oh look, it's the favorite female athlete award. I wonder if Kristi Yamaguchi's gonna win again. Okay, so she doesn't, but a different figure skater does? Were women only allowed to do one sport in the 90s? They set this kid up in a way that he cannot possibly fuck up this putt. They've learned their lesson. Man, can the show get any more Y2K core? Is that Tony Hawk? Oh boy, I sure hope Tiger Woods gets to win this year. He keeps getting cheated out. Michael Jordan wins his 6th blimp and didn't even bother to film a video this time. They couldn't get Michael Jordan or Tim Allen for this event. But you know who they could get? in 1999, at her height.
I'll give you one hint. Baby, baby. Britney Spears, take it, Britney!
We gotta keep NSYNC away from her somehow.
Kids' Choice Awards is going live around the world. So, let's say a special shout out to our friends in Latin America and Brazil. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Hola, amigos!
You didn't tell us what to say. Nothing is funnier to me than a disconnected crowd all chanting different things. We can see the deterioration of this award institution in real time. It used to just be books and games, but now we're lumping a ton of awards together. Hey, maybe stop adding more awards then. Super Mario 64 wins again, 2 years in a row, baby. Best game of 1997 and 1998. No games have come close. Good news, Rugrats and Salem also win again. Can we stop giving awards to Will Smith? Best singer? Really?
What is it?
Ninjas.
Oh, of course. The ninjas. Don't tell the Macho Man.
We want to thank God for blessing us with a talent.
We want to thank Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon is my god. They've never done anything bad to anybody ever.
How long do I gotta rub these feet?
Well, you're gonna rub my feet and then you're going to shine my championship belt, baby.
Oh, my bad. I forgot what channel I was on. I actually like the next bit. They bring out Willow and Sabrina because they're both witches. I watched a lot of Buffy and I seldom get to talk about it. Will Smith gets 2 nominations for favorite song and he doesn't even win it. What are we doing? Not to sound too greedy, but this is the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and no one's been slimed yet. Water is not slime. Water does not equal slime. I've done the math. Oh my god, the Macho Man has attacked Kenan Thompson with a foreign object. Up next, there's only one hole left. And we still have to give out the final award, the Hall of Fame Golden Blimp. Okay, so legitimately the Rosie Award from last year was just created to satiate Aerosmith. We never see it again.
The Hall of Fame Golden Blimp, and here to present it is a man who will be smashing out of his tomb as the Mummy on May 7th. Please welcome the smashing Brendan Fraser.
I don't think he's playing the Mummy, Rosie. I was also in the Mummy.
It's an honor to be here to present the Kids' Choice Hall of Fame Blimp.
You know what? He is the only one I actually believe. Him and Barrymore. I think they're genuinely stoked to be here. Jonathan Taylor Thomas enters the Hall of Fame 1999. Since we're counting Tia and Tamara as one entity, that means Home Improvement is the show with the most representation in these halls. Am I gonna need to talk about this show?
Mega Mini Golfomania. Well, after 2 million strokes.
2 million strokes? Couldn't even edge to this. There is way too much confetti on the ground. How do you even know where to find the ball? The host specifically tells us that this golf match is no holds barred, to which the Macho Man takes advantage of by giving Kenan an atomic wedgie and then slam dunks the ball into the hole. That hold is barred normally for a reason. Surely this is the most prestigious belt Randy has ever won.
Do you know what else to get for being the winner?
I don't know.
This guy, this man right here, this is a goddamn professional. One thing specifically you can count on about professional wrestlers, they're gonna be okay with making fools of themselves. They experience ego death the second their feet touch the mat. John Cena had his dick and balls out at the Oscars, but this night of events is not over yet.
Coming up next is the premiere of Nickelodeon's newest Nicktoon, SpongeBob SquarePants. It's the premiere, so you better want to check that out.
That's right. Immediately following the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 1999, on May 1st, children all around the globe were exposed to the newest Nicktoon, SpongeBob SquarePants. What? You want me to show a clip of the episode I know you've already seen? You want me to talk about SpongeBob? Like, if I like SpongeBob? I've talked about it before. And plus, I know better than to show a SpongeBob clip, okay? I'm not a fool. I like the pinky bit. The Kids' Choice Awards 2000, let's fucking go! The new millennium, Y2K, years that finally have 2 in them and you can go out and get those New Year's glasses that actually make sense. Held out of the Hollywood Bowl in LA, if you can believe it. The show technically opens with a whole ass production of Jennifer Lopez. I'm talking costume changes and choreography, but the rip I watched cuts out in the middle of that Let's Get Loud song that I cannot hear without thinking of that embarrassing Cinderella flash mob. Please tell me you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow.
You know what I never considered? How come we never see any parents? Do they just let their kids loose in the building? Considering Nickelodeon's track record, that doesn't surprise me. The queen of the KCA's, Rosie O'Donnell, descends from her smoky blimp, talking like a motivational speaker. She's lost her edge. She's done with this. There's only so many years you can host the same show, okay? She's fed up.
Come on over here and take a look at that. This, my friends, is the all-knowing, all-powerful, digitally alternating voltage emulator known as the Orb.
Great. We have gods now. They developed a god. Whenever any winners thank God in the future, just know that they are referring to the orb. It works like a screamometer or screamometer, where it will only reveal the truth to our human eyes if the kids scream loud enough, but also, no, it doesn't. And I don't even mean it's obviously fake, which it is. Everything about this show is. I mean, like, they go in great detail to explain the rules to us, and then it doesn't work like that in the future. The orb lights up looking like a finale episode of Doctor Who.
An actor who's made you laugh, he's made you scream, and in his new movie, he's ready to rumble!
Uh-oh. This is where the downfall starts. Also, I get it. Scream. Well, at least we can keep them away from all the WCW talent for one more year.
And here to help me present the first award tonight is my Ready to Rumble co-star and personal workout buddy, Bill Goldberg!
What? Does Nickelodeon have a working relationship with WCW? Where's the Macho Man?
Let's see if the orb can tell us the name of the winner. Make some noise!
And your Kids' Choice favorite is Adam Sandler!
This would be way funnier if I just posted this out of context. This would have done numbers on Twitter.com. Adam wants nothing to do with Goldberg. He's more of a Paul White guy. What am I saying? Who am I to talk for Adam? The man can speak for himself. I know I have really bad depth perception, but the female host is significantly taller than her male counterpart, and then when they're at the podium, they're the same height. Either I don't understand perspective, which is possible, or he's standing on a stool. Also, this is the ideal pairing. Tall woman, short guy. I will not be taking any notes or questions about this. Are they seriously gonna consult the orb for every award? I hope so. Melissa Joan Hart wins another award for Best Actress and still somehow has less awards than the cat. As it should be.
The Kids' Choice favorite movie couple is Rachel Lee Cook and Freddie Prinze Jr. from She's All That. And the Kids' Choice favorite voice from an animated movie is Rosie O'Donnell from Tarzan.
Oh, I'm so shocked. What is she doing anyway? Not that I'm complaining. I like a change of pace, but David Arquette is doing all the work here. You want to see something scary?
Co-star of the new hit movie, Rocky and Bullwinkle, weighing in at 400 pounds. Let's hear it for the Moose Bullwinkle!
Thank you. I'd like to introduce my legendary co-star and close personal friend, Mr. Robert De Niro.
I'm glad they got such an accomplished actor to present the prestigious award for Best Film. Pokemon the first movie? Get that shit in the Hall of Fame. No, it's just Adam Sandler's Big Daddy winning again. And then they place Adam next to Robert, and I just wonder what kind of unique project they'll do together in the future. By the way, not that anyone cares, but if he changed his first name to Dunk, because that's what he says. He says it's not Al anymore, it's Dunk. His name wouldn't be Dunk Acino, it would be Dunk Pacino, but you don't want to hear that, do you? Another musical performance? I do not care. I need to know what Adam and Robert are discussing backstage. What's more romantic than this? An attractive guy? An attractive girl? A giant pulsating eye god in the background? You guys just don't get it. I need a break.
Celebration now, come on! With the whole Nick Nation at the Kids' Choice Awards. Stay tuned for more.
Coming up, more with Ray Romano, LL Cool J, and In Sync.
I've always wanted to do that cartoon YouTuber thing where they transition into their own commercial break using commercials or like nostalgic bumpers. I always thought that looked really cool. Unfortunately, this video is going to be multiple hours long, probably, so it's a lot better to just let YouTube place the ads because they always know the perfect time to like space them out instead of me just like putting them in specific places. I kind of just let that to them. And also, no one wants to sponsor me. Not to burn bridges, but I wore Raycons in the Portal video, and you could see them falling out of my ears. They suck. Guys, wake up! Rosie's back!
How about that David Arquette? Wasn't he something else? Thanks for helping me out, David.
Help? He did everything. Hey, look, it's Frankie Muniz, star child from Malcolm in the Middle. You know, the show where the theme song features footage of Bret Hart and Chris Benoit in WCW. The connections never end. This is what makes representation so important, seeing yourself on screen. I finally get to see a celebrity that dresses like I do. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, is this the first time they've paired actors from two different shows I genuinely like? I could be talking about Seinfeld, or I could be talking about Arrested Development.
Look, it's Malcolm in the middle.
In the middle of shooting, I guess.
Oh, that's okay. It's more important to show how we make the show than to actually make it.
Frankie vents to the side camera, just like in his show.
One of my favorite actors, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Who's the favorite TV actress? Let's consult the orb. Amanda Bynes wins for her own show. I can't believe we got Big Fat Liar out of this.
What is wrong with you? Why are you blue?
An earlier draft of the script used the clip of her accepting the award and thanking specific people, and I was like, that's a little strange. I guess I'll put that in the video, but that exact clip was used in the documentary, so I think we're just gonna move on. What's next? Favorite TV friends? So we're just making shit up now, huh? Speaking of close friends, Steve from Blue's Clues shows up fucking pimped out, looking sick as hell, gorgeous women on his arms. Nobody's ever looked cooler. I wonder if the friends from TV's Friends are gonna win the Favorite TV Friends Award. We're being very lax with the term friends.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and David Boreanaz, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh man, yeah, I wish they were just friends.
Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, The X-Files.
So we're just fucking lying now. Historians will say they were very good friends. Are these all those situationships I keep hearing about? I'm old. Well, the children wanted friends, but the orb has already decided that the boys from TV's Boy Meets World get the win. What are the logistics of voting if they all have to go through the orb? Is Frankie Muniz just in charge of the show now?
It's time to, what's wrong, Patrick?
I wanted to give out the next award!
You're just in time, Patrick. We're announcing it now. Can you guess what this award is for?
The Pinkest Starfish in an animated series?
Guess again.
Prettiest Shorts?
Actually, it's favorite cartoon. Let's look at the nominees.
Ooh, nominees!
Hey, wait. I know this guy. It's crazy how quickly this thing became the most popular show on the network, at least for animation. It premiered after last year's event, and now they're like an important host. Basically, from this show onwards, not specifically on these shows, although it will have representation, the Sponge is gonna be everywhere. He's presenting the favorite cartoon. For example, Pokemon. Say your famous lines, Bob.
The sky had a Pokemon from my cereal box.
The Sponge hands the award over to the Rugrats for potentially the final time. As one reign comes to an end, another begins from the shadows. We're toast.
Oh la la! I'd like to thank all my adoring fans for picking Rugrats as your favoriteest cartoon. And don't worry, those dumb babies aren't gonna drool on this nice award. I got a special place for it in my bedroom, and they better keep their yucky hands off it or else.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can. Dumb babies. I think I need another break.
Will the celebration destroy the Hollywood Bowl? Will slime destroy the crowd? Will the noise level destroy the sound barrier? Stay tuned.
Still to come, LL Cool J and a special performance from NSYNC.
Can you believe they gave one a rocket power? I think they may have just absorbed Frankie into the host role. It's like the monster from It Follows. Rosie passed it off to David, who then pawned it off on Frankie.
The Kids' Choice favorite animal star is Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, let's go! 3 more years! 3 more years! They're trying to lump a bunch of awards together, just like rapid fire, and they thought I wouldn't notice this. The favorite game of the prior year, as in 1999, is Pokemon. Just the concept of Pokemon. I don't even know what they meant because they use footage from Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap. Super Mario 64 should have won again. I have elected to delete all my jokes about all that. What a fucking nightmare.
That's for the kids! Woo!
Wait
has anybody seen Kenan Thompson?
Has anyone seen Kenan? His last known whereabouts were with the Macho Man. Well, apparently he won Best TV Actor. We do not see the other nominees. The wiki says he beat both of the Foxes. Hold on to that for later.
Hey, are you guys still awake?
Are you? Her smile and optimism gone. Look what they did to her. Surely the other hosts can do much better.
Sports have been around forever.
They sure have. They don't even bother with the nominees this year. They just show the winners for all the sport awards. Almost all of them. They implement a new MVP award, which just seems like an amalgamation of all the different sport awards. What happened? Did you realize what percentage of your show was being made up by different sport awards? This thing used to be about movies.
In the rainforest, you might use the MVP to refer to a massive venomous python, as in, look out, MVP hanging from that tree.
Can we get this man off the stage, please? I don't know, guys. I think I need another break.
We're celebrating the Kids' Choice Awards with you! And all my friends are here too. There's lots more coming soon. Stay tuned!
Don't move a muscle. Amanda Bynes and Mel Gibson are coming up.
That's okay. You can keep it.
That would have looked really cool if I had like an ad read there. They got NSYNC again, but they're performing via satellite. Like they aren't there. I feel a kinship with the kids in this audience, even though I wasn't there, because at the end of the day, we're all just watching the same thing on a screen. It's like I'm really there. I wasn't born yet. I like in videos listing my birth year earlier and then constantly saying I'm old, because then anyone older than me feels exponentially more older. Rosie O'Donnell has awoken from her slumber to let us know that the next host who will soon join us is the winner of Favorite Rising Star. Will it be Haley Joel Osment, Mandy Moore, or Frankie Muniz? Oh, it's Mandy Moore. I actually didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be Frankie. The best part about the year 2000 is that some of these demo reels, these clip compilations, need an accompanying song.
The nominees for Favorite Rising Star are Haley Joel Osment.
They play this song twice. Nickelodeon Canon makes his first appearance in Nickelodeon Canon. Oh my god! I actually forgot about the orb. I haven't seen it in so long. I missed it. Anyway, Will Smith wins Best Male Singer again because why not? None of this matters.
First of all, I want to thank my son, Trey. I want to thank you, Trey.
Yes, my only and most famous son, Trey. We all know Trey, my favorite son. My #1 boy. At first, it seems like Jamie Foxx is genuinely pissed about the volume of these children, but I know it's because he lost to a guy who isn't even here. Set up, punchline. Apparently the show isn't moving fast enough as we get another sizzle reel of even more winners.
The favorite song from a movie is Can't Stand the Heat. Wild Wild West. Will Smith from Wild Wild West.
We truly are living in a pre-Shrek world. Everything changed in 2001. Wait.
I'd hate to be the one to break the bad news, but Mel's not here yet. From what I've been told, he's being held hostage by a really mean lady in a place called Hut 17. She's crazy. She wants to turn Mel into a chicken pot pie. The good news is that he met some tough chicks in England who have a plan to help him escape. We have some footage. Let's take a look.
Now, I know our last escape attempt was a bit of a fiasco.
Okay, so this is just an ad for Chicken Run under the guise of an exclusive clip. It sounds like I'm upset, but I'm really not. I like Chicken Run way more than I like Mel. Ah, shit, never mind, he's here. Everyone vacate the building, protect the orb. Lou Bega does not win Favorite New Music Artist, because there's no justice in this world. We truly are in the age of the web, as the host let us in on the fact that there is exclusive content being posted over at nick.com. Oh, cool, even more footage I cannot find. I was wondering when that was gonna come up again. Cool, I didn't even try. Here's the thing, I like most puppets. I do not like this puppet.
Most of the awards were determined by a long... All right, scream, scream!
I feel like it must be so much louder in this building, and it's already pretty loud. But as we move farther and farther away from tape recordings, it makes the audio less ear-piercing. I've just lost track of how many music awards we've gotten through. Okay, so who's the favorite band?
Smash Mouth!
This is the best possible outcome. Nothing changed in 2001. They're not even here. They big game the Kids' Choice Awards. Even Will Smith is here. Smash Mouth understands their worth, okay? They're gonna be the biggest act of the 2000s. Smith even gets his revenge as Wild Wild West beat All Star. A lot of vengeance on this show. Did Will Smith grow another kid backstage? What do you have to say for yourself, Will? Look how much I love my kid. I love my kid, everybody. I'm such a good dad. I'm a family man. Everyone will remember the name of my son, Trey Smith. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. These are all words said during the presentation. The chosen one will be selected by the Orb to induct a new winner into the Hall of Fame with a golden blimp, more or less. Is this a cult?
She loves this show, and she loves kids.
Rosie O'Donnell enters the prestigious Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Hall of Fame, and honestly, she probably deserves it. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing is up to you. She's been hosting this thing for years, which shows because she does not look happy at all to be inducted. Is there a ceremony we don't know about? Is she about to be sacrificed to the Orb?
Believe in yourself, be nice to one another, and never ever touch a gun.
Don't even try it, kids. The guns cannot stop the Orb. Nothing can stop the Orb. Children, you must run and hide. You are the only hope. We must save the future. Goo Goo Dolls are here. I'm sure they're fine, actually, but it was my mom's favorite band, and still is when I was a kid, which made them automatically the lamest thing ever. It was rough.
Ha! Explosions, mayhem. It's Good Kids Gone Wild. You can see it all when Kids' Choice 2000 returns. Woo! Be right back.
Don't go away. The big Kids' Choice 2000 finale is just ahead.
I don't think this bit is working. Two elite Hall of Famers in Will Smith and Rosie both closed the show and closed the halls. No more Hall of Fame. The celebrities are free.
Yeah, I don't know.
We gotta figure out the timing on these things. Then they bring out the Goo Goo Dolls. Again, they play us out of another successful Kids' Choice Awards ceremony. But the night isn't over yet. 3 years ago, following the show, we saw the premiere of Angry Beavers. 2 years ago, the premiere of Cat Dog. Last year, the premiere of SpongeBob. But now, April 15th, 2000, we see a new episode of the Canadian teen drama Caitlin's Way. Not a season premiere or finale, just an episode. It is certainly a Canadian teen show. It's got montages and licensed music. No Star Wars as far as I can see. I did watch the first half of the best version of the episode I could find, which was Caitlin's Way, season 1, episode 9 horror show, part 1 of 2 on youtube.com. So that's nice.
There was a robbery at the High River Theater.
I'm such a klutz.
There is a movie theater, though. And now, the year 2001. Andrew Ultra is born. Also, the Kids' Choice Awards happened or something.
The molecular transporter, and of course, my intergalactic slime transducer.
The Kids' Choice Awards 2001, April 21st, held out of Santa Monica Airport. Is that right? I was gonna do a whole thing, but the rip just starts in the middle of the opening monologue. Hey, Rosie's back. How I missed her. But I don't know. How would I even know that we're in the 2000s? My era of Nickelodeon. What's different? What's changed? Oh, now this is my Nick. The slime budget has increased. And every year there's a different theme. This time around there's a space theme as seen in the open... What was that creature? Did you see that? Chewbacca is there. What's weird is that there's no way they got authorization to use the Star Wars theme, and yet I can't even play this clip because I'm gonna be the one who gets copyright stricken.
Favorite TV show.
You have no idea how excited I am to see these little Googas. We've abandoned the teachings of the Orb as we look to the stars to spell out Malcolm. He reiterates that kids rule the world, which is exactly what would happen after overthrowing a god as all-knowing and powerful as the Orb. You gotta move on, man. Rosie introduces Ray Romano, who enters on a moving platform. Like it's a conveyor belt, but it's only a couple feet long. It takes you some steps. Kids don't care about Ray yet, but they do love some Tony fucking Hawk. Ray and Tony can pair children and then show off the nominees for favorite male singer. And by that, of course, I mean this little critter does it for them. Why do we even need real people? This is the future of AI. I don't know a whole lot about Lil Bow Wow, but I'm glad he beat out Will Smith, not because he wins too often, but because the song he was nominated for this year barely constitutes as a song. What if I rhymed freak this with freak this and freak this?
First of all, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, because without him, you know what I'm saying, this wouldn't even be possible.
But I thought kids ruled the world. You're a kid! They don't even have to be on stage anymore. They've created a tactical slime drone until someone gets messier slime. We're not even safe in our own homes. It's unconstitutional. Which of these 4 rising stars will have the most fruitful career in the future?
Favorite rising stars.
Lucy Liu, Aaron Carter, Marion Jones, Jessica Alba.
Did you guess Aaron Carter? Oh no, Aaron, look out, he's right behind you! We're entering the era of the KCAs where no one is safe, ever.
Now entering Stargate, the world's strongest woman and the galaxy's toughest rookie. Here's WWF Women's Champion, China, and Star Wars hero, Chewbacca!
Yeah, sure, why not? This makes perfect sense to me. If I saw this as a kid, my little heart would explode. The Gen Alpha mind cannot comprehend this. I'm glad we all chose the correct rising star. Anyway, a band named Destiny's Child is gonna perform. Some chick named Beyonce is cutting into our precious Aaron time. We made a man fly. The children rule. Is it kind of messed up that they slimed Sabrina and she didn't even get an award? Sure, but Amanda has her own show. She thanks exactly who you think she would thank. I don't know any of these people.
Nick Cannon, Drew Carey, Jamie Foxx.
I know some of these people. I certainly don't know the winner. If you don't have anything to say, post it on the internet. I'm sure everyone there would love to see your takes on things. Keep posting. When are we gonna get some real celebrities?
Here's the boy genius himself, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah!
It worked, Connor! We've broken the animation barrier and crossed over into the Kids' Choice Award!
Can't believe I missed the dimensional merge. What do Blink-182, Rugrats, and Jim Carrey's live-action Grinch all have in common? Smash Brothers? They're all shoved to the side with the miscellaneous awards, you know, like favorite movie and favorite cartoon. What are we even doing anymore?
Listen, let me ask you guys a serious question. Anybody here want to slime in sync?
Rosie, please, they have families. Because slime killed my grandma, okay?
Oh yeah, and just in case you guys get any bright ideas of locking the slime transducer on us, we want to show you a little invention of ours.
Aha! Check out our intergalactic slime reducer.
In-synced in a force field.
You know what? I hadn't even considered that. That makes Sabrina getting slimed way funnier, but despite not even being there, she really did not have to do that. Aaron Carter flies above the children as they look up in absolute fear, as if witnessing the might of God herself.
Now, give it up for Lil Bow Wow!
He don't got a single song where he needs to be doing this. How is he getting smaller? Is this a Benjamin Button? Is that world famous Razzie winner Halle Berry?
First of all, I want to thank Warner Brothers. Thank you for putting me in a piece of shit god-awful movie.
Shaq wins the MVP award this year, adding another award under his belt for when he inevitably takes off for the Hall of Game. But then they convince him to stay and act as presenter for Best Female Singer. It's a smart technique. If you keep creating new specific awards, you can give them to celebrities so they want to come to the show, but then make them stick around so that they can be the presenters. Remember Rosie's pink blimp? That wasn't a euphemism. Britney Spears isn't there, but we do get a foreboding clip of her thanking the kids. Any year prior to this would have been fine, but now I'm constantly on edge. It's unsettling, like slime could drop out of anywhere, at any moment. Oh, I wonder why she didn't show up. Another pie to the face, truly no one is safe.
Okay, everybody, do you see what I did? I just boosted the turbo on the slime transducer, so no NSYNC force field can hold back the slime.
Ah, words. Goddamn, NSYNC just put it in a blue mode. Now they can't get slimed. Because it's blue.
3 of Hollywood's biggest stars, who also happen to be the stars of the movie that features Hollywood's biggest ogre, from Shrek. Let's hear it for Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, and Cameron Diaz!
All right, everybody shut up. I take very little seriously, but I'm not joking about Shrek. They throw out promotional Shrek ears for the children who seem to already be wearing them. At first, I thought I was being a little bit cruel, by doing bits about these teen stars and musicians being really awkward, but I think it might just be something in the air. How do you make Eddie Murphy and Mike Myers unfunny? You can't even argue it's stage fright. They've performed in front of people for years. How come every host looks like if they get one line wrong, they'll get shot? And then they mess up anyway. It's hard enough to book an actor or a star for one night, much less multiple, so I imagine they didn't rehearse anything at all ever. I'm not kidding you. This is not a joke. Who Let the Dogs Out beats Bye 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 and Oops, I Did It Again. Where are you finding these children? 2001 was a holy time. Nothing bad ever happened. Teen Nick Cannon, as in the teenage host of Teen Nick Cannon.
And occasionally it takes a soda pop.
Best Burp Award nominees are just celebrities and kids burping. And SpongeBob. How does one vote for this?
This is one of my proudest moments. Thank you so much for this. You really are too kind. I must say that next time I will do it better. I will try. I will keep on forging forward to continue to give you the best belches that I possibly can. Thank you very much.
Do you ever see an actor and just think that they were perfectly cast? She truly embodies Fiona.
Now it's time to welcome the star of The Mummy Returns.
Oh, Brendan Fraser's back?
And superstar of the WWF.
Oh. The Rock and Rob Schneider. Does it get funnier than this? Can it get funnier than this, please? They're presenting favorite movie actress, and I think the hosts don't actually know the winner until it's revealed by the screen. The screen just lists Drew for Drew Barrymore, and it takes Rock and Rob a good while to figure out what this means. The switch in tone when it comes to the Backstreet Boys is hilarious. Why does Rosie only want to compromise NSYNC? Where's these guys targeted assault? At least we get Jackie Chan from Jackie Chan Adventures and Chris Tucker from... I can't remember. Big Time Rush or something. Speaking of boy bands.
And the Kids' Choice Award goes to...
Oh, my bad. Another misfire. This is a lot of confetti for one of the tertiary awards. But I guess now is as good a time as any to reveal that the Hall of Fame award has been officially retired with Rosie. I wish she would retire. She even fulfills her little arc by sliming NSYNC. I mean, what's even left before we wrap this one up?
Alexa Vega and Daryl Sabara, the Spy Kids.
The what?
We're here tonight to present a special star with a very special and brand new Kids' Choice Award, the Wannabe.
It's like a Kids' Choice Award for favorite role model. The kind of person you want to be.
Is this a bit? Are we pranking this person? Well, if that's the case, then surely it must be a celebrity with a famously great sense of humor.
I like Tom Cruise because he can show me the money.
Show me the money!
Oh. That's why they're in space. I'm not gonna pretend like Ethan Hunt hanging out with the Spy Kids isn't cool. I watched all of these movies last year in preparation for Mission Impossible 7, only to find out it's a two-parter, and I will likely forget everything I learned about part 1 once 2 drops. Remember when they said Spider-Verse would be out by now? Those movies never had 4D.
Thank you.
Surely this is some kind of brainwashing technique. Have I become the conspiracy nut?
No, you'll see them on the screen. It's a surprise. They're somewhere
right there?
in the universe. Yeah,
Okay.
just hit that button.
Well, if everyone on this stage wasn't in danger before, they are now. Is that why the kids look so depressed? There's really no point in doing interludes between these events as now we're rapid firing them, but it's worth noting that everything does kind of change in between that event and this upcoming one. But before we jump into 2002, we have to continue our line of premieres following the KCAs with Season 2 premiere of The Brothers Garcia, a Nickelodeon teen sitcom that is apparently the first English language sitcom to have an all-Latino cast and creative team, which is really cool considering it's a Nickelodeon production and not another import like the Canadian show.
Beg, plead, be her slave. There's only one Mrs. Right.
These guys know game. Did I watch the whole episode from a rip on YouTube again? You bet. I don't know what it is specifically with these Nickelodeon videos where I always have to end up hunting down a lot of these shows and watching archives or rips, but it's actually really exciting. The Kids' Choice Awards 2002, April 20th, held out of the Santa Monica Airport again. Our cold open this year is Pink performing her newest hit song before getting sloshed with pink slime. I'm talking absolutely demolished. I try to avoid watching the roll calls early on so I can remain surprised, but they do set up another special secret guest star at the end. Rosie O'Donnell takes a victory lap during her never-ending reign of terror, dressed as Kraft Punk from the Eric Andre show, and then crashes through a brick wall. I'm glad she got her groove back. It seems we've already delved into spectacle as Rosie tells us that there will be a near literal shark jump happening later, except the shark is green goo. It's 2002, you know what that means. The stars of Scooby-Doo are in the building.
Offered so much more than every other cartoon. It was so ahead of its time. It had a story. They worked hard to figure it out, and it wasn't gender specific. It wasn't a boys cartoon or a girls cartoon or any of those things.
It was a talking dog, you know what I mean?
They're also married in real life. Love is real. I can't believe it took Scooby-Doo to get Geller on this show. Buffy was nominated so many times, and her co-stars were on the show. The favorite movie could be Shrek, or it could be Harry Potter, or it could be Dr. Dolittle 2.
Rush Hour 2!
Or that. It seems we've combined the star signs and pulsating orb of the previous years. I love the 2000s. What theme are we going for here? Jackie Chan is morphed into two little black boys. Melissa Joan Hart returns after being harassed in her own home last year. Glad she came to her senses. And now they're throwing t-shirt. Is this a state fair? Pink wins the award for Best Female Singer and looks remarkably clean for what just transpired and understandably on edge. Talk about a quick change.
Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice 2002
will be followed by me as I reveal the secrets of the Jimmy Neutron movie right after the Kids' Choice Awards. Commence announcer sequence.
Watch the secrets of the Jimmy Neutron movie tonight at 9:30, 8:30 Central, only on Nick.
Normally I would save these for the end, and I am still going to talk about it, but yeah, the premiere that is following this year's KCA isn't a new episode or a new show. It's a half-hour special delving into the secrets of the 2001 film Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. But before that, a closer look at hot, congealed slime. The Shark Jumper and Tony Hawk walk out onto the Space Age set to present a new award. Listen, we just didn't have enough awards.
So this year, the Kids' Choice decided to create a brand new award that also kicks butt, also called Favorite Butt Kickers Award.
It goes to the #1 action gal you said packed the most punch and kicked the most butt.
Please, if you're out there somewhere, if anyone is watching this,
Sarah Michelle Gellar!
Yeah, play that Buffy theme.
I am chosen as your favorite butt kicker, and I will continue to kick butts for a long time.
Yeah, for like 3 more seasons. I know I keep just showing clips. This isn't an out of context compilation, but it's just...
Please welcome from the new and upcoming Austin Powers movie, Bo Troyer and Mike Myers!
Not to be all think of the children, because I was binging Adult Swim in kindergarten, but do kids even know Austin Powers? Are they allowed to watch those? You're not Shrek. This is the 2nd year in a row Mike Myers has worn the maple leaf. I can't wait to see what he wears next year. The slime alarm goes off and then dumps the good stuff all over a jovial old man in the crowd. I don't know how many Baja men I thought there were, but my guess would have been like 3 to 5.
Helga, Gerald, and Arnold!
Nicktoons VIP room. Awesome.
Who took the sodas?
Burp contest practice.
Good.
This is what I'm here for. The way this rip cuts through the commercials, comedy gold. I feel like they accidentally created YouTube poops years earlier.
Welcome back to the Kids' Choice Awards. I just got off the phone with I'm feeling like a burger. Can somebody get me a burger? I'm the president, for crying out loud.
There's something new, Big Kids Meal. You can get an excellent rocket power figure, each with a special stunt stick for doing extreme tricks. You can collect all 4.
Rosie begs the children to get louder, either so she doesn't have to, or she just likes a mess. I don't know much about Bow Wow lore, but it seems he's dropped the Lil from his name, despite still being actually little. You know this means a lot coming from me, okay? Being short is the funniest thing you can be. The Lakers win their most prestigious accomplishment as Rosie chases down Rick Fox.
This is insane! Rick Fox did this to me! Why'd you steal his clothes, by the way?
Look, that cool cat tried to hot dog with a low V.
Wow, 2 Jake and Amir clips? That's gotta be a record for me. We're really just throwing everything at the wall to keep the children interested. Steve Irwin brings out a venomous snake. You may think I would do another joke about safety hazards, but I trust that man with my life more than anyone I actually know. Mila Kunis takes this opportunity to throw a bunch of fake snakes into the crowd of children, before letting them know, of course, that they are in fact fake. Now, I don't throw around the term fire hazard lightly. They throw it over to Jennifer Love Hewitt, who throws it over to Usher, who performs a song. Not that I'm not having fun, but why did we do any of that? Seems like an awful lot of steps for Usher.
Usher!
Usher! Not this Usher! You don't want to see me dance all the time. I don't know his song, I don't know.
Really open the floodgates here. Shark Jumper asks Rosie to pray for her, which she doesn't. I serve only one master, and that's the damn orb.
Over 19 million of you kids voted, and you know how many grown-ups voted? None, because their votes don't count!
I think this is how the president's gonna be decided this year. We've seen a number of crossover from sitcoms on ABC and Fox, and while those are owned by bigger companies, we haven't actually seen any crossover with Nickelodeon's main competition until now. Lizzie McGuire joins KCA alumni Frankie Muniz to present the award for Best... Oh, sorry, Spider-Man's here. I'm starting to think that the rights to characters don't actually matter at all.
Let's hear it for the Nick Labs, head of security, Spider-Man!
Thank you, Spider-Man.
I just brought it all up because Nickelodeon's competition lacked the home field advantage, but they do invade from time to time. Gotta shake things up on the battlefield. Alexa and Antonio, specifically built from Spy Kids 2, hack into the mainframe or whatever hackers do and sprinkle green slime on a specific corner of the audience. These kids go crazy. It's like crack for these little freaks. Okay, but actually, who is the favorite TV actor? Surely it has to be the guy with Nick in his name.
Nah, really, you guys, thank you. This award is for all the fans. This is for all the kids out there.
All of my kids, specifically. Snowbell from Stuart Little gets slimed while talking to said mouse. They never showed this level of disrespect to Salem. I keep seeing glimpses of their fake George Bush promoting voting online. Forget everything else. Can we consolidate all of our lost media efforts into finding these bumpers? It wasn't even an election year.
What's your name, honey? Carla. How old are you? 13. Can you burp for us? No. Oh, no!
Honestly, that's a fair response. A lot of the time I toe the line in these videos where the topic I'm discussing I explain in great detail to the specific viewer that may not know anything. While doing so, I will occasionally reference a very obscure movie that got popular on the internet. All that to say, Dana Carvey comes out dressed in his turtle suit from The Master of Disguise that he famously wore on the day of shooting when the towers fell, and he stood in a moment of silence, wearing the turtle suit. I am not joking, that happened. And now we're looking at it.
Operation Get the Fin Back is begun. I am the master of a disguise.
Rosie holds a microphone up to the turtle while there's already a microphone on the stand in front of him, so he's understandably confused. But Dana's a professional. He handles it like a champ. They don't just give these turtle suits to anybody. These music groups are getting bigger and bigger every day. Rosie mentions the upcoming movie Spirit, but instead of an animated horse, we just get live-action Matt Damon. Can't have shit in this house. He's presenting the Wannabe Award. Are we still doing that? The Guild recognizes Janet Jackson for her civil rights foundations, her music, her
hit movies like The Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps.
Yeah, sure, why not? They put the Burp Award above this. Some kind of trickster magician got it to the rafters as the slime alarm calls upon green-colored confetti to drop on some pretty angry parents, just in case you felt too safe. Speaking of, Will Smith.
I've been to the Oscars, I've been to the Emmys, and I've been to the Grammys. But y'all know how to make it happen right here! The Oscars don't have no screaming.
Not yet, they don't. He's presenting the award for favorite male singer, as he is surprisingly not nominated this time. No, This is Usher's night. I love how they keep billing The Rock as from the Scorpion King. Like that's really all he did around this time. Nickelodeon flexes its superiority by having Amanda Bynes come out on top over Hilary Duff. I've been cutting them out of the video, but this is the first year in like 5 that she did not personally thank Dan by name.
He acts like a kid, he talks like a kid, he dresses like a kid.
His fit's whack, he's dumb as hell. Oh, never mind, it's Adam Sandler. He gets a pass. Adam Sandler in a suit gets slammed from all angles and sells it perfectly. Finally, a theatrically trained auteur. We got about 7 minutes left and nobody's jumped over the pit of slime yet. Rosie is getting the kids to make jokes for her. It's like looking into Oscar's future. Legitimately, the final spot of the night is reserved for the favorite burper. But unlike the previous, this one works more like a single elimination tournament as they pit the finalists against each other. Jessica Alba versus Steve Irwin.
I think it's a tie! It's a tie! You're both winners!
God damn it. Kids these days and their participation trophies.
Brock's rule!
Oh, I guess the kids got usurped. Who would win? 100 babies or 1 crocodile? Finally, after all this time, the grand finale. You know, for some reason, I thought he was gonna go, like, over the pool. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2002 end with Rosie and the Kids Squad waving everyone goodbye. But we're not finished here yet. I can't talk about every new episode in depth or every new show, but I do have some time to uncover the secrets of Jimmy Neutron 2001.
On the next Brothers Garcia.
Oh no! What will come of the brothers? Okay, so this special is mostly just different clips from the Jimmy Neutron movie, but we do get to see some viewer questions.
Langdon Alger of Chicago, Illinois asks, Dear Jimmy, whatever happened to Miss Fowl?
That's a very good question, Langdon. If you remember, Miss Fowl mysteriously vanished after a slight accident involving my shrink ray.
Oh my!
Oh.
Back, Leviathan!
It was an accident. The good thing she learned to tame the worm by manipulating its particulated radial ring segments. But this cafeteria was She's been missing ever since.
Lisan Al Gaib. Yeah, I'm Dune-pilled now, so what?
Our next letter asks, does Sheen have any special superpowers?
Ooh, interesting question. Does Sheen have superpowers? Let's examine the evidence in these exclusive, never-before-seen outtakes.
I'm peed in the shower!
Again, we see clips from the movie and scenes from the upcoming show.
Do you and Cindy like each other?
What? Ugh, gross! How could anyone even ask that? Who wrote that? I would rather eat shredded mental avium.
Okay, so we've been doing this the whole time then.
My therapist warned me about you, Jimmy.
Are we gonna get to any secrets?
And now, the moment you've really been waiting for, music video countdown!
Here comes Mr. Walking Man. Mr. Walking Man. Ooh, what nice elbows you have.
My clothes don't match, I'm out in public and my clothes don't match. Aqua Lord is not afraid of chickens, he is not.
Okay, so no.
But the #1 song from the movie is Kids in America, which will be performed by Carl.
Looking out a dirty old window, down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why.
Carl, I think that's enough. Carl!
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I can't stop shaking my groove thing.
I need you all to see this. Has anyone else seen this?
Another moment we've really all been waiting for. It's a preview from When Pants Attack.
the upcoming special from my new TV series premiering this July. Be sure to check out my new invention, the Robo-Walker. Take it away, Sheen. Sheen!
Line! So yeah, this is all to promote the upcoming special that will act as the pilot for the Jimmy Neutron television series. If the show isn't ready to premiere, then it's a cute enough way to keep interest up until the summer. We get some unfinished scenes set to what sounds like music they'd play in the background of a Teletoon Flash game, and yet I feel like I probably can't play it for you. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. That joke is hilarious, and my assessment is perfect. The special ends with Miss Fowl leading her army of ants as the boys sing us off. I don't know why I keep fading in like this.
And the special super secret celebrity guest. Really? Well, let's just say I'm magic and anything could happen.
Kids' Choice Award 2003, held out of...
Live from the Barker Hangar in Los Angeles, California, it's the 2003 Kids' Choice Awards. Live? We're live? But I'm not ready.
Yeah, that. You're telling me we got a video game theme this year? And it's animated like Code Monkeys? This is all I could have wanted. Oh, thank God the Brothers Garcia are gonna be here. I was worried I'd never see them again. Yet again, we're to have another extra secret special guest.
Tony Hawk will attempt the world record skateboarding slime jump.
The world record set by you. Finally, some proper cartoon representation. Cosmo and Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents will be hosting the Kids' Choice Awards 2000.
And now, here's your host with her best video game face on, Rosie O'Donnell!
Rosie presses the start button, but the loading screen takes too long. I mean, it is 2003. The stage we're on this year is referred to as the Game Station, like it's one of those Sony rip-off consoles. Way better than the Nick O drone.
Hey! Hey, what's going on? Well, there was no slime. There was supposed to be a huge wave of sloppy slime. What happened?
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
The Sliminator, and I've stolen all your slime.
I love how genuinely concerned and horrified the children look. Who could the Sliminator be? Has Rosie made any enemies? It could likely be any member of NSYNC. I'm gonna go with Joey Fatone. The slime has been stolen from Tony Hawk's Big Jump as well. He refuses to jump into an empty pool. That's dangerous. Hey, why don't you jump over it? We're suffering a slime shortage, so we move on to Britney Spears and Will Ferrell, as you do. Where's all the insane energy for this clear humiliation ritual? Yeah, Big Hollywood loves to make Nickelodeon more gay. That Disney show that's gay, yeah, that's Disney doing that, because they love gay people so much. Normally, I wouldn't show off all the nominees, but I just want to hear Cosmo say their names.
Favorite male movie star. Adam Sandler.
Jackie Chan!
1975! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Mike Myers!
Adam Sandler wins again as the camera just pans through the crowd trying to find him. Wanda lets us know while he's walking up, they eventually did find him, that he also won the award for favorite voice from an animated film. Would you like to know which film? Well, he only voiced one animated character in a movie from 2002. Technically, he voiced multiple characters. I'll give you a hint. It's about Hanukkah. Why couldn't we have Whitey accept the awards like the Rugrats did? 2 real celebrities are made to play a sequence from the Spider-Man 2 video game, but they have to play on a giant controller as the Sliminator pops up all over the screen. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Wizard? They both get webbed, but this isn't slime, so the Inator is still at large. Listen, I don't think the Illuminati is putting celebrities through humiliation rituals. I do think Nickelodeon gets off on it though. Hey, it's the Brothers Garcia. Oh, they're gone. Okay, bye, Brothers Garcia. This is how you know we're in the best years. Sylvester Stallone walks out and they bill him as from Spy Kids 3D.
Favorite TV show? Welcome to All That. All That. That is the one I love. Seventh Heaven. Lizzie McGuire. To the Izzy, to the choir.
And for the first time in Nickelodeon Kids' Choice history, a Disney Channel show wins an award.
Sing for Lizzie McGuire is Hillary Duff.
And these other 2 guys who are also on the show, but I guess who cares? As much as I'd like to show you Cosmo going down the list of music groups to pick the favorite, they play like 8 copyrighted songs in such a short amount of time. It's actually impressive. Hope you guys like B2K. Justin Timberlake is here by himself, which rules out the possibility of him being the slime villain. Or does it? I've never seen the 2 of them in the same place. They don't make quirked up white boys like this anymore.
Do you want to see Tony Hawk set the world record skateboarding slime jump? Well, you can't till we get the slime back.
Why would you do that? The Rock has finally escaped Scorpion King hell, but he started his lengthy reign in every movie set in the jungle ever. They make The Rock play The Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, which is actually one of the worst games I've ever played. Green bottom, it's next to a cliff and there's a jellyfish there, which could be anywhere in this fucking level. Luckily, I know where it is because I cheated. Oh, I'm waiting. It's a black screen where you wait for a loading screen to show up, which loads a second load screen. If this game fucking crashes, if it takes me back to the menu, I'm gonna lose it. It's black.
All those holes in my dome made this place wetter inside than out. I could sure
There's
use
a joke there.
something
Holes in my
special to
dome, as in
spruce up
holes in
this
my
old
head.
tree.
Or dome, as in giving head. Wet in my dome, because I give... Hold on, let me... I can do this. Alright, well, let's get out of this nightmare. I hope you guys like... Oh, I really hope the game doesn't crash. Okay, I'm saving immediately. It's crashed before, it'll do it again. I'm not following... Listen, err on the side of caution. This game has been torturing me for almost the entire year, and I don't want to ever come back to this carnival, okay? This 5-second carnival loop. I hope you like this theme because it plays for hours. Wet dome head. Hold on. There's hole like a hole as in like an orifice. Does anyone want to guess when the last time I saved was? Because I know the answer. The answer is that I didn't on this stream at all. Hole, head, hole as in a sexual organ, head as, or dome, sorry, dome as in fellatio, wet as in, that one I don't quite understand actually, no one's ever explained it to me. Everything we just did over the last 2 hours and 52 minutes didn't matter at all. Can she say it again? Run the joke back, hold on. Say the thing again. Damn it, I have 100% of the area, but it's still, okay, it's on 95 for no reason. Just to torture me, just to fuck with me.
Sponge boy me Bob, everyone just be ordering food from DoorDash or Grubhub. They don't go out of their house to the Krusty Krab.
Mr. Krabs, I think there's a virus outside.
Oh, SpongeBob, that be the liberal media just trying to keep people in their homes. You know, these vaccines have microchips in them.
Did he just give me a razor blade? Yeah, you haven't missed any coins. The game is just corrupted. Okay, this is good. This is good news. This means that I didn't miss anything, and actually everything about the game is the game's fault. He loses, I don't blame him. They trapped The Rock in a big net. I guess this is before he put the no loss clause in his contract. This kind of thing would never happen to Black Adam.
Favorite female butt kicker.
This is an outrage. I thought this award was tailor-made specifically for Buffy. Nice to get the burp award out of the way. Like if we have to do it. Which we don't, by the way.
Okay, that wasn't very loud, but here's the deal. I burped and farted at the exact same time.
Matthew Lillard gets a pass, actually. Okay, so apparently we're just seeing the nominees now, but we can log into nick.com and vote for who we think the best burper was. Everyone in 2024, be sure to @ Nickelodeon on Twitter and let them know that Matthew Lillard is the best burper. Don't harass him. Don't do that.
We're ready to set the record, Rosie, but we need the slime. I want to set the record.
Well, hey, maybe this will cheer you up. Oh, look, he's the Kids' Choice Award winner for Favorite Male Athlete.
This is exactly what I wanted. To win an award in a hot parking lot with nobody around to see. The cast of Charlie's Angels plays Mario Party 4.
Let's go!
I'm not gonna pretend I didn't get giddy seeing this Nintendo game on the GameCube being played on Nickelodeon with grainy footage. I'm not immune to nostalgia. Webs for Spider-Man, a net for SpongeBob, and spaghetti for Mario? I guess that makes sense.
Favorite male TV star.
Maybe I'm not paying a whole lot of attention, but Frankie says he's always wanted to win one of these as he holds up his orange blimp. Did he not? He's been here for like a year. I'm pretty sure he did. Ashton Kutcher is here to give out the award for favorite fart in a movie. I've been begging Letterboxd to add this to their ranking category, but clearly they haven't gotten my emails. Well, I'm glad Scooby-Doo's getting recognition for something. I'm assembling the Scream cast. What's my chart looking like?
And my daughter who farts and then she giggles and then she farts and giggles. We're a big, happy, farting family.
You are wretched, rotten little beast. I made you!
Would you believe this is Brad Pitt's first time at the Kids' Choice Awards?
Rosie warned us it gets pretty loud out here.
Did she, by chance, warn you about anything else?
Favorite female movie star.
Hi.
Jennifer Lopez. Ooh, hot. Halle Berry.
Well, I left you in an explosive situation. You're a big boy.
Oh, yeah, in a big way.
Amanda Bynes.
I'm just gonna stop this here. You know who's gonna win.
I guess I got two. I don't know why.
Oh, I know her ass does not want to be there.
Now, for the past 2 years, Kids' Choice has given out a very special wannabe award. It's the Platinum Blimp given to our favorite role model, the kind of person that you and me want to be, you know? And this year's winner is All That.
The winner's All That? The show All That? I hope they find Keenan. Nah, they gave it to Will Smith. The first to get platinum and gold blimps. Only one remains. But it's in the grasp of Aerosmith. Finally, after all these years, I have them all.
Well, he says the biggest is yet to come. In 10 years or so, he plans to run for president of the US of A.
I'd vote for him. It's not like we have a whole lot of options.
All the pretty ladies in the house, let me hear you say, hey, Will!
These are children, Will. He gives a rousing speech to the kids about the 3 wills to live by.
And the most important thing you gotta do is never, ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
Teachers, parents, police officers, the Geneva Conventions. I'm glad we got the Idol Award and Best Actor out of the way so we could wrap up the show with the Burp Award. There's a burp and a fart award. Cameron Diaz comes down to defend her title for Best Burper, but in reality she passes the torch to former member of NSYNC and maybe evil villain Justin Timberlake.
I take a lot of pride in my burping. I think I'm really good at it. And you guys better be glad that it wasn't a fart contest because I would have won that too.
But Justin, there was a fart award. You weren't nominated. You lose. For the first time since maybe the original days of Rated K, we saved the favorite movie for last. But what movies even came out in 2002?
Favorite movie. Spider-Man.
Wow, big
great reflexes.
You're insane! Austin Powers 3!
And that's the way, I like it.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets! Ice Age!
Well, those are some classic and iconic films, animated or otherwise. I'm sure whatever the Council of Elite Children will decide will be the correct decision. Yeah, let's go! Mike Myers. Why isn't he in charge? Two dudes I don't think I've ever seen in my life play a licensed Harry Potter game, and it's only now dawning on me that this is actually probably pre-recorded footage.
Gryffindor? More like Gryffindor!
Yeah, you fucking tell him. The cast has conquered the Sliminator, and now the slime returns to the pool Tony Hawk was planning on diving brain first into goo. And now only one thing left to do. Kill the guy. That's it? That's how you defeat him? Rosie, he's still at large. You know how people complain that a Batman leaves dangerous criminals alive? That's how I feel about Rosie O'Donnell. Wait, sorry. She's Batman in this. I'm not saying it. All right, I'm an idiot. The true final award is for Best Video Game. I should have expected this. The nominees are all the games they've played tonight. So 3 licensed games and Mario Party 4. This makes me irrationally mad. I have a personal vendetta. I guess they needed to give the guy something. Did they even bother with the cartoon award this year? Or maybe they announced it in one of these bumpers, some of which are missing. I mean, we see that the world famous Brothers Garcia announced the winner of Favorite Book 2003 is a series of unfortunate events. They're just priming kids for when they make it into a bad movie. By the way, I'm not a hater. I'm legitimately happy for the Percy Jackson kids that they finally get their proper big budget adaptation. But Disney was also supposed to do a Spider-Rick show that they canned last minute. It's canceled. It's gone. And I'm kind of upset by this because, yeah, I wasn't a Harry Potter kid or a Percy Jackson kid or a Willow kid. I don't know what else they're doing. But I loved Spider-Wick. And all I have still to this day is this Nickelodeon movie. They got one guy to play both the brothers.
Let's check him in the man himself one more time before this incredible stunt. Tony, are you ready?
Not to sound like a pussy or a baby, but there's an awful lot of slime leaking out of the sides on what is supposed to be a very secure pool. Do you remember when I just mentioned Lemony Snicket? Like just now, I just did that. Our extra special secret guest is Jim Carrey, who heard about the kids' plight and brought his own buckets of slime from home.
Well, you know, there's only one thing that we haven't done tonight.
This man showed up just to get slime.
Some lunch and dinner from our trophy winners!
Sorry, from our what? Don't forget to see Bruce Almighty in theaters. Also have a bunch of slime. And then feathers. And more slime. Maybe it's the low resolution, or the confetti, or maybe Rosie screaming, but I cannot tell what is happening and it's starting to freak me out. This Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award event was, like most of them, followed by the premiere of the newest Nicktoon. Kind of, with an asterisk. You see, the show was followed up with the first official episode of All Grown Up, but in reality, the first look at this show was the Rugrats special All Grown Up that basically acted as a backdoor pilot. I know my preferences seem strange as I did grow up in the latter half of the 2000s. I don't want anyone to get mad about this. It really is just down to preference. But I never watched the Rugrats as a kid, and then when I got old enough to experience it, not even like as an adult, just like as an older adolescent, I found it annoying. But I did have one of those compilation DVDs, the Nickelodeon compilation DVDs that I mentioned in the previous year's Nickelodeon video, and it did have an episode of All Grown Up on it. So I, on occasion, do prefer All Grown Up to the Rugrats. And that occasion is always. I had a crush on Angelica, and every time I bring that up to people, see the shocked expression on their faces, I then need to specify that I'm talking about the All Grown Up Angelica, and also I was 7. I did watch the first episode for this project, even though, again, I didn't have to. I actually really liked this episode. It was kind of sweet. How come we don't talk about this show all the time?
Crime, 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 crime!
How come the president doesn't ask me to do an equation or make a diorama?
Come on, Chucky, it's just a test. No biggie.
Like, that's a funny episode concept, and Chucky's thing is just the B-plot. Anyway, Kids' Choice.
Welcome to the 2004 Kids' Choice Awards. And now, heads up. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Funky Flying Ninja Andre 3000.
The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2004, April 3rd, being held out of the Poly Pavilion for the first time since 1999, but it will return. The show opens with Outkast performing their hit song Hey Ya, which I can't play for you, so I'll just place my favorite cover of the song in the bottom left corner of your screen at the perfect volume. This font, the KCA 2004 logo font, I don't know how to describe why it makes me so nostalgic. I think it's because it looks like the Team Nick logo.
Remember, what happens at the Kids' Choice Awards stays at the Kids' Choice Awards.
I hope not. I guess they thought no one was recording this.
Stars of Shrek 2! Tonight, Sultans of Slime, Masters of Mess, Mike Myers and Cameron Diaz!
You're not Shrek. You're just a guy. Why are you white? Also, Rosie is nowhere to be seen. I don't even dislike her. I just got kind of sick of her. That wasn't supposed to be a joke about me getting sick of her, but my allergies have been bad, which I didn't even know I had, so that's been a fun experience. Something humiliation ritual. It doesn't even really apply to Mike Myers. His whole thing is elaborate costume. The Cat in the Hat is way more embarrassing. I'm tired of these outsiders. When are we going to see a true Nickelodeon icon? George Lopez?
Oh, by the way, I got some of your mail by mistake.
Aye,
You have a root canal on Thursday.
I do.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ben wants you to call him back.
Matt Damon not wearing his wedding ring again during another visit to Ben Affleck's house, which could mean nothing. They're here to present the award for favorite male TV star, but they're both horrified of what will happen when they pull this rope. As they should. Is that how you say that? We're doing the slime jump again? How is this one even any different?
Check this out. I'm gonna ride this bike out of the back of a plane at 14,000 feet, go big, hit terminal velocity, and loft my jive into the world's largest lake of slime.
What? Do they have lawyers?
Not to brag, but I was the very first ever Kids' Choice Celebrity Burp winner.
I'm glad they're keeping some continuity. For no one else other than me, they future-proof these events for this exact video concept. I'm surprised no one else has done this. Defending champion Justin Timberlake cuts a promo on his potential new opponents. Is that Randy Jackson? Oh, you're gonna be on a shrine very soon. Hugh Jackman is here to fulfill his wildest dream. Forget the Tonys, he gets to host a sweepstakes.
If you want a part of this set in your house, you got to get on the blower, get on the phone, and you got to call this number, 1-800-50-88-95, right?
A true dedicated YouTuber would type in that number to see where it leads, but I am petrified of phone calls. Hugh rips a part of the set off its hinges and gives it to the physical manifestation of the movie Camp Rock. They bill Jamie Lynn Spears as from all that, but not Nick Cannon, even though he was also a former cast member. I know a whole lot about the cast of that show despite never having actually seen it, but I didn't know it ran through the 2000s. I thought as soon as they lost Amanda, they immediately went under. Future Andrew note, I have now seen the full docuseries. I wish I knew less about this show. Two homegrown Nickelodeon stars standing side by side in their elite squad on the channel that has the highest success rate for new young Hilary Duff gets the award. It's interesting to watch back these events and see these stars of yesteryear and see kind of, not how they've fallen off, but just where they are now. How have they managed to carve out their own future? Like, has anyone on this show gotten bigger since this show happened?
Please welcome our next presenter from Fear Factor, Joe Rogan.
Yes!
For better or for worse.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the beginning of time, one thing has united all of humankind. I'm talking, of course, about farting.
Can you believe he wrote all his own dialogue? Jamie, bring up a video of the fart compilation, please.
Nerf this.
It's like Lex Luthor. The second he lost his hair, he became a supervillain. Kangaroo Jack wins the only award it will ever win. A couple years back in the KCAs, of course, I did a bit about how unsafe it must have been to have a monkey on stage, even a professionally trained monkey actor. They really just did not care about stuff in the 2000s. This dude rides onto stage on top of an actual legit camel. The guy farts and then the children scream, which causes the animal to look away, and I thought for like a split second I was about to see the scene from Nope. There's a reason this was archive footage I had to hunt down. Whatever happens at the KCA stays at the KCAs. Yeah, it's called an NDA. I could sit here and pretend I have no emotional attachments to anything Nickelodeon related, that I didn't gather around the TV with my sisters to watch teen sitcoms, or to talk about the funny sketch comedy show on the bus with all my 5th grade friends. But even I have to admit that it is a sweet, cute little moment to see Drake and Josh give the award for favorite female actress to their former Amanda Show co-star Amanda Bynes. Or it would have been, had I released this video even like a month earlier. Rough timing. What year is it again? Oh, Avril Lavigne? It's 2004. We see more horrifying footage of what may be this stuntman's last moments. They slime Mary-Kate and Ashley, who embrace each other for comfort and safety. Well, at least Nickelodeon gets to flaunt its superiority again.
And the Kids' Choice Award for favorite female TV star goes to...
Raven!
Wow. This is just embarrassing. I know I say this a lot, so much so that it seems as though I'm lying, but I promise you I did not edit this clip.
Holy jumping arachnids! Here are the stars of Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2!
Also, Raven says that this is her first time winning one of these, which isn't true. The Cosby Show won several times. Speaking of making multiple appearances, Spider-Man makes his second appearance. Third? At these events? Do you think the score from Daddy Daycare or live-action Cat in the Hat is gonna win? This means way more to me than it could for anyone else, aside from maybe my sisters. Because we had like 4 or 5 DVDs that we would watch on loop, and Daddy Daycare was one of them. Fun little fact, the kid from Daddy Daycare, who shits all over the ceiling and walls, plays the young Mark Wahlberg in the Ted series. It's a shame, because I know what young Mark Wahlberg is capable of. Out of those 4 to 5 DVDs, 2 of them were Minty's Christmas and the Willy Wonka remake. It's actually Jim Carrey who won.
I think the most important thing in life growing up is to learn how to play. The second most important thing is to learn how to count. And when I say count, I mean Olaf, be there next Christmas!
I'm still mad about Spiderwick. Tony Hawk receives his favorite athlete award alongside an actress they bill as from the upcoming Garfield movie. The more changes, the more stays the same. Nickelodeon taps into the popular pulse of the nation by making the 9 American Idol finalists race each other to the podium. Oh, just like the show. Who will win favorite musical group? Is it Good Charlotte from Wrestling Society X? Anne Hathaway is also there to transition into a performance by winner Outcast, without knowing her future Les Mis cast member is around somewhere, tearing down the set.
What a forward young man you are!
The walls of Nick are being invaded by every corner. They got Class of 3000 up in here. Lindsay Lohan and David Spade, at potentially their height, are interrupted by a crazed Hugh Jackman, who won.
And the winner is Lindsay.
Wow, this is preposterous. I've never... Where's the thing?
Jake from Allentown, Pennsylvania!
Now that place sucks. If you live there right now, just know that I'm disappointed in you. Ellen DeGeneres accepts 2 awards, both due to her recent release, Finding Nemo. So the current scoreboard is like Disney 4. The yearly wannabe award goes to grown-up kid Adam Sandler, who is sired in by what is apparently his biggest fan.
Why I Want to Be Adam Sandler in 50 Words or Less by Kathleen Thomas. Why I Want to Be Adam Sandler. Because he's funny, smart, and kind to animals.
Stop looking at me, Swan!
I don't know if I'd call that kind. I'm glad somebody's making up for the lack of screams in recent years after Will Smith has been banned and Rosie escaped her kidnappers. Oh! I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the dead guy. They cut away from him as he's falling, and the hosts seem kind of legitimately concerned for this guy's well-being. Do they know if he makes it? In the meantime, who should have been the true burp champion has to concede that place to the new champion of burping, Hugh Jackman.
Maybe we could do a duet. Yes. A burping duet.
This dude wanted to sing and perform for years, and you made him dress up like Wolverine. He didn't even really dress up like Wolverine. He wore like a leather gimp suit. The stuntman safely parachutes down, but then catches the ledge of the hole, managing to turn this dangerous stunt safe right back to dangerous again. But he did fulfill his life's goal of overcoming the insurmountable record that they'll try and top next year. But don't worry, no one's gonna remember anyway. So who's this year's secret special guest?
On this fabulous wheel of slime are the names of 8 of the most famous people in America.
I read the President Bush one first, like at the bottom. So let me just tell you, when I quickly glanced up, I did not think the Hillary at the top was the Hillary Duff.
Hello, is President Bush there?
Finally, something on this show that isn't rigged. The wheel lands on Mike Myers, who technically gets blasted right in his eye. No one's as dedicated as Rosie yet. I don't think we're gonna get a returning host anytime soon. This event, April 3rd, 2004, was immediately followed up by the premiere of the newest Nicktoon, a show titled Danny Phantom. I know I haven't really gone in depth about the episodes as much as I did, say, Jimmy Neutron, but this first episode, the lunch lady one, actually works really well as a pilot and an introductory point.
Be true to yourself and them. Tell them how you feel. I mean, it's not like they're gonna attack you or anything.
I like that kid. I don't know if we ever see him again.
Live from the campus of UCLA in Los Angeles, it's the 2005 Kids' Choice Awards.
The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2005, held April 2nd, out of the returning Pauley Pavilion. Luckily, in this rip, we get to see a big part of the event that we haven't really gotten to see as of yet. The opening orange carpet. Roxas is here, and Jimmy Fallon. I got excited and wrote a ton of jokes about how horribly he hosted the Oscars, and then I figured out and remembered, I guess, that I had the wrong late night Jimmy. Now these are some elite looks. That's what the orange carpet is all about. Let's start the festivities. Speaking of the Oscars, how did he get in here? We boarded up the walls. Oh my God, he's under the floorboards. Starting the confetti early this time, huh? I know I keep making the same Oscar jokes over and over, but come on.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Chris Rock.
Oh yeah? Both of them? The host for this year's event is comedian and magician Ben Stiller, meaning we already have 3 of the 4 main cast members from Madagascar. If I remember correctly, David Schwimmer is dead in Nickelodeon canon. And I mean like the canon of Nickelodeon, not the teenager Nickelodeon canon. Cameron Diaz, seasoned KCA vet and proper burper, lets Ben know that getting slimed isn't even that bad, and then attacks him with cream pies. Hold on. No, there's a joke here. Let it come to me.
I got pie! I got pie!
The next guests have to squeeze by the Nickelodeon choir to present the award for Favorite Movie Actor. Let's see the nominees.
Tim Allen.
What movie even is this? How many Christmas movies does he cause a roof accident? Adam Sandler wins again, and Jimmy Fallon seems genuinely stoked about it. Or maybe he's full of adrenaline after popping the award balloon with his ass. These will really just go faster if I don't explain anything.
I heard that you get to be invisible playing Susan Storm in your new movie, The Fantastic Four.
Time is a flat circle. But what's the favorite TV show of 2005? You may be asking yourself. Will it be teen sitcom, reality show, or reality show?
Accepting the award for American Idol are Simon Cowell, Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul, and Ryan Seacrest.
Okay, so everyone. If you weren't watching around this time, American Idol was like crack to the average American household. It's been like a decade since we've seen a proper heel. Simon Cowell truly embodies what it means to be a villain.
And the Kids' Choice for favorite musical group is Green Day!
Hey, wait, what was that? We're cutting through these bumpers and ads pretty quick. Hey, look, it's Herbie. Remember a little bit ago how confusing it was for me to talk about Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon is here to talk about Nick Cannon and also Nick and a cannon. Sorry, that's a little confusing. Let me explain. They're gonna shoot a man out of a cannon to set the world record that they keep setting. I have a distinct memory of seeing Jesse McCartney on an episode of Sweet Life and then listening to his song on loop on one of those giant waist CD players. It's a miracle I like girls at all. But we're finally showing some reverence to favorite cartoon. It's got a proper spot on the show. Could it be The Simpsons? Or could it be Ed, Edd and Eddy? Or... George Lopez has returned to us, but this time to promote his new movie, Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
And the nominees for favorite TV actor are...
Bernie Mac.
Why would you use that clip? Listen, Nickelodeon has got to get a couple wins under its belt. There's no world where the Ed Boys win, all right? They may have like a kind of soft working relationship with Disney, but they fucking hate CN. It takes a lot of censorship and meddling to make Will Ferrell unfunny. Who writes these shows anyway? If all else fails, prop comedy, visual gags. Will's team celebrates by dumping barrels of wet slime on him. I don't know what viscosity I was expecting, but it wasn't whatever this is.
Saturday, April 23rd at 8/7 Central.
There is a series of unfortunate events. The series.
Whoa, did you guys see that? I blinked once. What did I miss? Honestly, I can rock with 2001, even like 2003, but 2006, celebrating the prior year. What movies even came out in 2005?
These next presenters are all in the cast of the upcoming movie Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Sometimes I forget that this existed in the context of the 2000s. Maybe I'll talk about the lead up to those prequel films releasing someday. Maybe. Not today, though. They sent Hayden Christensen out with his future burnt self, giant Wookiee, and 2 droids. I'll never turn up an opportunity to shit on these films. They had 6 years and 3 films to create new iconic characters for children, and then all the most iconic ones they chose for this event are characters created in the original trilogy. Like Darth Vader is in Revenge of the Sith, I guess. Come on, guys, where's beloved characters like Kit Fisto or Ki-Adi-Mundi? That sounds like sarcasm, but if they showed up on stage, I would shit my pants.
You know the definition of a Vader. That's me, D-A-R-T-H, to the V.
That was Chingy. That was definitely Chingy. All right, Chewie, why don't you hit us up next? Anybody?
It's remarkable how quickly they can make me dislike something. I will say, this man does look evil. Just a bad guy all around. It's really good casting. Usher won, by the way. He gives his acceptance speech while the cast of Star Wars just kind of stands around him. So cool. World-renowned burper and maybe supervillain Justin Timberlake returns. It's poetic justice that he brings on the death of the Burp Award as we make room for the new, more general, but equally as gross, Hidden Talent Award. Like, these could be argued as talents? I'd argue they're more like deformities. If these actors are so talented, how come none of them put acting as their talent? Suspicious. The Big Three, also known as Drake, Josh, and Ice Cube, are here. Best buds. This should have been the cast of 21 Jump Street. Drake. Disney Channel has multiple slot representations in the favorite actress, and Nickelodeon has 0. It's sad. The award Drake and Josh once gave to their Amanda Show co-star now goes to Raven-Symoné. I'm not gonna pretend like she doesn't deserve it. At this point, we should just rename favorite athlete to the Tony Hawk Award.
Nick Cannon here with another Nick Cannon. Get it?
Oh, he stole my joke. In 2005. Probably finish watching these before I start writing them. Next is the prestigious and respected Wannabe Award, which is only bestowed on that which acts as the perfect role model for children, who begets the utmost respect.
That she is beautiful and so pretty that she is the face of a cosmetic empire. Let's take a look at this lady in action.
All right, well, fuck you then. She thanks God in her speech, and then the next presenters take a little bit too long, to which God smites them for. Like, if it's supposed to be something else, it isn't brought up before or after, except for announcing the award for favorite movie actress.
And the winner is...
Oh, goody. Hilary Duff.
The Nick Machine is batting 0. Or is it? Amanda Bynes and famous podcaster Ned from Ned's Declassified introduced Simple Plan, who unfortunately do not perform their cover of Happy Together from Super Smash Bros. Brawl AMV fame. That one's for all the diehards. They do empty out their instruments onto the crowd. You're gonna tell me that every instrument doesn't have a gooey slime inside? I'll have you know, I've been to a concert.
Backstage at the Kids' Choice Awards.
And we're here to announce your choice for favorite video game.
And our winner is Shrek 2! Woo!
You thought you could just sneak that past me, huh? I surprisingly do have a lot to say about this game. No way any of this is showing up on the green screen. This video is long enough as is. Burp champion Timberlake disrespects his birthright by choosing to fart on people instead. This is like the hottest a guy could get in the 2000s, or so I'm told. Jamie Foxx accepts his award for one of his many talents. He really is a triple threat: music, acting, and whatever this is. We haven't seen any attempted murders in a while. Nick Cannon prepares the Nick Cannon, but before we can watch a man turn into a small brown stain, we have to hear from another celebrity guest. And in 2005, it could be anybody. I mean, it could be a music star, an actor, even like a cartoon animating around like it's a real guy.
The biggest reality television show having person out there. Here he is, Mr. Donald Trump from New York.
Who?
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, kids. Every project I've taken on in my life has been big, and this stunt is big. I've also taken a lot of risks, and this stunt is risky. And since I don't like to waste time, I travel as fast as I can, and this stunt is fast. So let me say now, David Smith Jr., the bullet, you're fired.
The world that we live in is ridiculous. I'm tired of referencing the future. Can I not just live in blissful ignorance in the year 2005, please?
The new film, Madagascar, that's coming out in May, is fantastic. And by complete coincidence, here are my two co-stars. Ladies and gentle kids, please welcome Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Never mind, I've had it. I'm at the end of my rope.
Grass in a zebra's life, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. And with lots of grass, there's lots of gas.
Well, let's not talk about that.
Dude, those animals are so fucking funny. They make me want to merge without looking.
We're now a good hour into the show with only minutes left to spare, and it seems we've saved favorite voice from an animated film for the very end. Wouldn't be my first choice, but okay. The nominees are from Shrek 2, Shrek 2, Shrek 2, and Shark Tale. Insurmountable odds, even though all the nominees are from DreamWorks films. They're constantly creating iconic characters like Shrek and Oscar. Wait a minute. The fish's name is Oscar. Will Smith, Oscar, Jada Pinkett Smith, Chris Rock. No way. I've been making fun of conspiracy nuts like this entire video ever since it started, but I'm starting to believe that we may actually live inside a simulation. Predictive programming, or whatever Shane Dawson said in his video when he said that SpongeBob was trying to warn us. I want to say, real quick, because I don't know where else to put this, I really like this documentary, this docu-series. Some of the takes that have come out recently because of it are insane. Are Brian Peck and Josh Peck related? Was SpongeBob trying to warn us about Dirty Dan? Oh, Nicktoons is only playing SpongeBob. Are they trying to cover it up? Oh, Joji knew something. Oh, shut up. Every time there's something legitimately horrible that comes out behind the scenes of Hollywood, most people take it very seriously. A lot of people are like, yeah, the Illuminati, they're drinking kids' blood. Working at the car wash. I'm done. All right, forget the great and all-knowing orb. I would like to be in the Nickelodeon Illuminati now, please. Hollywood stars, just please, I'll do anything. Tell me what I need to do to become immortal.
I'm giving you the key to life right now. This is the key to life. The key to life is running and reading.
Oh. I don't want to do any of that. Not when Mario 64 exists.
Anybody else notice that Will Smith got that award from his wife? Come on, I wasn't born yesterday.
As far as I'm concerned, that was the grand finale. I mean, how do you even top that? Well, I mean, the favorite film award is given away in a backstage segment, hidden in a short bumper. and it's The Incredibles. Shrek 2 got 3 voice nominations, which it lost to Shark Tale. You didn't want to nominate your best movie?
From the upcoming movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and for my money, the coolest actor in Hollywood, Johnny Depp!
Mr. Electric, kill this man!
Getting slimed is such an honor. I wish I could be slime. I want to be slime, Johnny.
You want to be slime?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you come over here and I'll slime you.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna slime me?
I've always wanted to slime you.
Thank you. Wow. This is great. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's count it down together, all right? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! Wait a minute! That's my slime!
One thing we can always agree on, Cameron Diaz does not lie. But he gets slimed anyway. Thanks for another fantastic ceremony. Seeing Johnny like this while promoting his movie, does anyone else remember that scene where he ate the green goo like this? It had a profound impact on me. Well, it wouldn't be Nickelodeon in 2005 if their yearly event wasn't followed up by the premiere of the new season of Drake and Josh Season 3.
I'm so excited! I just can't hide it! No, I'm about to lose control, and I think he likes it!
I love Yvette. Anyway. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2006, April 1st, held out of the fuck-ass pavilion once again. The year is 2006. We are so far removed from the era of Rosie, and now we're in the era, of course I'm referring to scurvy.
We got scurvy!
Somehow, Palpatine returned. We're doing the burping award again? I thought we killed it. But this year they're pitting 2 former champions up against each other to finally determine once and for all who's the world's greatest burper. They didn't invite Cameron, of course. They don't want her to win, all right? They're afraid of her full power. And Romeo. From Romeo. I hope I never see that guy again. So much time has passed since the 90s. Who is the new favorite TV actress? I keep asking about the winners of these awards in more and more like rhetorical ways. Is the theme acrobatics this year? Why is Jack not up there? Have you seen how high that man can kick? I've been avoiding putting any more clips of him in these, or any clips at all, but Zoe says his name wrong.
I want to thank Dan Snyder.
Which I thought was funny and deserved. Adam Sandler returns, but this time with his remote from Click. I'm not joking. He says that. We're all in terrible danger yet again. We know there are some celebrities out there that still have their orange blimps and put them on their shelf with all their other awards. Do you think this belt is still somewhere in Timberlake's house? Like, do you think he kept it? Do you think it calls to him like the Green Goblin mask?
This year's Kids' Choice Award for favorite video game goes to Madagascar Operation Penguin.
No way that's true. I guess they're really pushing. I've come to terms with this. It is quite the cop-out to just play the footage in full instead of just commentating over it. But this isn't something that's really talked about on the internet, at least not around me a whole lot. And it features some of my favorite actors interacting, bouncing off each other. So I'm just gonna let you enjoy that. Like, who's gonna crack down on archived footage? Kids' Choice Awards. This event was followed up by the season 3 premiere of the Nick sitcom Romeo. I do not care for Romeo. He's no Brothers Garcia. You know those videos where they take the laugh track out of Friends or The Big Bang Theory to show how unfunny they actually are? That's what this show felt like. To be fair, it's like any teen sitcom. It just seems way less funny because it doesn't have the fake canned laughter. I don't know if that means it's worthy of our praise more than the others or not. This observation does not apply to Ned's and Big Time Rush, obviously. They just replaced laugh tracks with Johnny Test whip sounds in those.
It's 20 times bigger. It's 20 times slimier. It's the 20th Annual Kids' Choice Awards.
The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2007, March 31st, held out of the Pauley Pavilion. The Rip I Nabbed has a 20-minute countdown leading up to the event with some interesting segments of the orange carpet. Victoria Justice asking the hard-hitting questions.
Which is better for building a house, concrete or slime?
Oh, brother. This year is hosted by potential terrorist and burp champion Justin Timberlake, who was billed as star of Shrek the Third. That's a shame. As he enters riding the big orange blimp in the sky. The Tonys are synonymous with opening numbers, and even some of the Oscars have been hosted by the more musically inclined, but this is the first Kids' Choice Awards in its 20 years of existence that the opening number is an original song performed by the host of the show.
Again, time to get slimed again and have the super kids choice time again. But they won't get me, I'll remain slime free. Don't think it's whack, I'm just too famous for that. You'll never get a drop of slime on OJT.
Listen, I love Jack Black still more than any other actor or celebrity, but singing, dancing, acting, comedy, they can never make me hate you, Branch. A lot of slime, too. Like, a lot more.
You never gave a drop of slime on me. You know, I say it all the time, I'm just too famous for slime. You're never gonna slime a guy like me. Like me.
That was wonderful. I actually love that. I do my best to avoid the roll call at the beginning, again, because I don't want spoilers, but I'm pretty sure the framing device is a PSP. What do you know about the year 2007? I was gonna make a joke about Pirates of the Caribbean's Keira Knightley sweeping the favorite actress category, but Coraline won. Good for her. I will say, despite all of the child labor involved, it is really cool to see a kid winning an award they'll actually care about. We haven't really seen this since the beginning. But then during her speech, they cut her off and start playing her off stage. Sorry, Dakota, we gotta make room for the Naked Brothers Band. That's a real show about a real band. I did not name them.
I mean, that's just our band name. I mean, are the Black Eyed Peas giant vegetables?
The kids presenting sing along with hit song Let's Get It Started, blissfully unaware of the actual title of that song. 2007. Wasn't that long ago.
Now. All right, okay, don't be alarmed. That's just the 20 gigatons of slime we got pumped in here trying to burst out.
I think that was one of the selling points of the PS5. Time for another dangerous stunt. This year, we're just gonna drop a guy. Kinda difficult to go any more dangerous than dropping a man out of a biplane, beyond just taking away their parachute. Ice Cube uses his superior strength to break down the podium, so the underage laborers swiftly rush the stage to fix it. Now, I know they're not union. Will the favorite show be Sweet Life or Drake and Josh? Or American Idol and Fear Factor? Again? Really?
And the winners are... just some duct tape. That's all we need. Who's the winners, man? Come on, we need the winners. Is it, I think it's American Idol. What you think?
I don't think you can just decide that, man. America decides. Marvel superhero Chris Evans dubbed that role for his stint as Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four, and nothing else. Queen Latifah wins favorite voice in an animated movie for one of the Ice Ages. I'm too deep into this to care about which one. There is a one of the 7. Timberlake threatens crowds of children as they scream with excitement.
Right now, please welcome the star of Zoe 101 and a girl I've known since she was this big.
The amount of times that I forget and then re-remember that the Spears are related, I should start associating last names, not like the fucking, oh, Brian Peck and Josh Peck. Maroon 5 performs a song that shoots me back in time like that scene from Ratatouille. You know, the one with the mime. They really put Jason Lee from My Name is Earl up against Drake Bell for favorite TV actor. Also, incredibly messed up that Tia and Tamara have won together multiple times, but they only nominate Cole Sprouse. Even in 2007, the kids knew that guy, he's gonna be in Lisa Frankenstein. Also Riverdale. I guess it's kind of messed up that Drake won and Josh wasn't even nominated. I'm sure that won't have ramifications later. 2007 is the first year in a while that this show is not followed up by a premiere, but while all eyes are on the show, they use this opportunity to promote upcoming shows back at the Barnyard and tacking the power of Juju with short teasers. They're the future of this company. They've got moxie. I unironically liked Barnyard and fully intended to talk about it with the other shows last year, but it didn't have a fast food toy.
Is gifted to someone.
Two former KCA hosts present the yearly Wannabe Award to another fellow former host in Ben Stiller. And another milestone is reached as we see two wannabes 2 years in a row that use Madagascar footage in their accomplishment reel. Only 2 more to go.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a lot of people and a lot of things. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be an archaeologist. I wanted to be Spider-Man. I wanted to be Batman. I wanted to be Cole Sprouse.
Sounds like somebody saw Moonshot. Steve Carell and Tobey Maguire present the award for favorite animated feature, long before the advent of Despicable Me and The Boss Baby.
Dude, you talked to God in your movie. What would he say? Yeah. What would the Almighty say?
Plug the hole, geniuses.
So it's confirmed. That was God. It really goes to show that when it comes to animation, Tom Kenny is God. Happy Feet finishes the big 3 of BAFTA, Oscar, and Blimp. She says that she's accepting on behalf of director George Miller, and God, I'd love to see what he has to say about this. Go ahead and Google George Miller's filmography right now. But before you do that, which actor do you think has had one of the best one-year runs? Like, which actor had the most successful films in 1 year? Because Jim Carrey is the one that comes to mind for me, and he attended the Kids' Choice Awards that year at his height.
Please welcome the star of Disturbia, Transformers, and Surf's Up, Shia LaBeouf.
No man has squandered an opportunity like this more before or since. Now, I'm not saying Transformers is better than The Mask. I am saying that Disturbia is better than Dumb and Dumber. Star of Click, who brandished the Click remote earlier, wins for his movie Click. How many of these things does Adam actually have? Certainly more than he has Oscars. It's so upsetting when a show I'm watching makes the same joke I made after I do in watching order, but before me in release order. It's like I'm playing a game of chicken with no one. Justin Timberlake, who has basically become the face of these burp competitions now, comes down to the stage with a completely new belt. The last belt had its own design. This one is very clearly just the World Heavyweight Championship with the logo plastered on it. Okay, so earlier I asked, like, oh, do you think he kept this belt? This confirms that they gave it to him to keep, and he definitely lost it because he couldn't bring it back the next year. The World Heavyweight Championship held by the likes of Goldberg, David Arquette, and Macho Man. I mean, they even gave Macho Man a custom belt when he assaulted Keenan. Speaking of, Kenan Thompson, who is thoroughly in his tenure on SNL by this point, comes to challenge Justin's title, but not by himself. Like a shonen protagonist, he combines the powers of the children, making all of them the winner, I guess. Even though Keenan gets the belt. His ultimate revenge against the Macho Man. It's called the Long Con. Whatever award gets given away backstage is random each year. Random to us, not to them. Gee, I wonder why they didn't want to award Miley Cyrus her teen sitcom award during the big show. George Lopez has a gun. What else is new? Plan here is to shoot t-shirts into the crowd that reveal the winner of the Best Male Singer, and just hope that the sugared up kids cooperate. It's strange to see Timberlake win and then act completely different from the burp alter ego we saw earlier. Like, bro, we just saw you dressed like Rocky. Gwen Stefani performs her song that goes, woohoo, woohoo. Another song that I greatly associate with the times. You know, I may have seen this show. I remember trying to catch these events every year I could, but none of the ones I've watched so far for this video have jogged any memories. Timberlake's threat from before is brought up again as the kids have the opportunity to vote on which section they want to see get slimed. It's like a saw trap. I forgot he was even hosting. I don't know if it's the hot sun or how long it's been in there, but they always make the stunt slime look so gross. Can I ask, what does the bungee cord even add to this? Because you're just like dunking your head in goop over and over. Just to shoot you back to 2007, teen heartthrob Justin Timberlake throws it over to teen heartthrob Ryan Seacrest. In this year, the year 2007, nobody was doing it like these two guys. You know how these jokes work by now. Oh, I say a thing and then the opposite happens. Oh, golly gee, look at Zac Efron, a little over a year after the premiere of High School Musical. Nickelodeon was in the trenches. At least the favorite movie award is actually saved for the final stretch. I know those rated K kids are somewhere with their fists in the air. What do you know about Pirates of the Caribbean? Our host and former champion makes a difficult decision on behalf of the Kid Nation and hits the big red button, which does not work. These children have a much bigger reaction to Vince Vaughn than they do top recording artist Justin Timberlake. Based. I guess he's this year's super secret guest. The two biggest stars in the world apparently stand suspiciously close to hoses and light fixtures, hit the button together, and then get frozen in carbonite or something. Well, he had a good run, had to drop the belt on his way out. I know how these things work. Like I said earlier, this is one of the first KCA events in a long while, in a long stretch that was not immediately followed up with a new premiere, so we really don't have a whole lot to talk about. Sort of. See, my plan for this video was to do two things. One, research the history of the Kids' Choice Awards, how they came to be, accidentally fall down a different rabbit hole about a movie review show. I associate the entire season of spring with Nickelodeon because I would go over to my friend's house for these March Madness parties and watch these. I remember doing that. But by this point into this video, I don't have any memories associated with anything we've seen thus far. But now we're jumping in 2008. A year I remember like the back of my hand. And it wasn't just me that was changing. Earlier we talked about the eras of Nickelodeon and the Nicktoons of the early 90s that cut off that specific age. In 2007, 2008, 2009, the landscape of children's teen sitcoms would change everything. Sure, we saw the release of High School Musical in 2006 between that year and the 2007 show, but this event we're about to watch, Kids' Choice Awards 2008, took place after the release of the newest Nickelodeon teen sitcom, iCarly, which did change the landscape of this network. For better or for worse.
You know, it's just a state of mind. I've got to blow this giant horn of green. It activates the tiny dancing scene.
March 29th, 2008, something pavilion. The return of the king.
Hi, Jack.
Miranda. Hello. Please come in.
I just wanted to say good luck, and what is all this stuff, Jack?
The final phase of my preparations to be the greatest host ever.
I guess I should be going.
No. Let me tell you a story. 2 years ago, I hosted the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and it was the greatest performance in the history of television. Then last year, they found some other host. I'm not gonna say his name, but it rhymes with Bustin' Limber Snake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake was great last year.
He was too great! The kid's a quadruple threat. Acting, singing, dancing, and burping. I knew I had to step up my game. I put my career aside and devoted the entire year to training for tonight's show. I couldn't let Limber Snake steal my thunder. I needed to regain my title as the best show host of all times. But strength wasn't enough. I knew I had to do whatever it would take to give at least 3,000%. So I sharpened all my skills. I became faster! I became smarter. But in my studies, I realized it would never be enough. It was bigger than that. The secret was in the slime. Everything changed that day. I realized that this was beyond science. It was spiritual. To understand the slime, I had to try to be the slime. Yes! Yes!
Well, thanks for sharing that with me. I'll be going now. Good luck with the show, and try to be the slime.
No, I won't!
Huh?
I don't have to try to be the slime anymore. I am the slime!
Last year we got an original opening number, and while this one's just a parody song, anything to get a Jack performance. Jack Black has the utmost reverence for Rosie, specifically, for some reason. This year's grand gimmick is not a terrifying stunt, but another theme of the slime meter, like the scream meter from years prior. What does it do? Good question.
Please welcome Nickelodeon star Josh Peck and world superstar Janet Jackson!
Well, if anyone rules, it's Janet Jackson.
I'm not trying to be mean. I mean this as an absolute compliment. Josh Peck is dressed like he's about to play Doctor Who. The favorite movie actress is Jessica Alba, from a movie I've never seen. The stars of the Barbie movie and Speed Racer 2008 reveal the winner of favorite music group by swinging at a big orange piñata. Two tent poles of modern feminism. Listen, I don't bother with celebrity culture much, but seeing the Jonas Brothers win and then cutting to some stars who don't seem to care, and then Brendan Fraser fangirling out, I love him. He's the whale.
Now here's one of the hosts of American Gladiators, Layla Ali.
Thanks, Jack. As you can see, a lot of kids found our secret location, and they're here to cheer on their stars for the quest for slime. Right, kids? Okay, now I can reveal which car you guys at home went online and chose. It's the Jack Black bobblehead! All we need now is our fearless driver, so please welcome Akon!
This show used to be about movies. Are we really complaining about the sanctity of the Kids' Choice Awards?
He has just 45 seconds to do this in. Akon, are you ready?
That's right, baby, let's get it.
Start your engines, gentlemen! Go!
You gotta get these guys to sign waivers somehow. So that's what the slime meter's counting? We need to dig up slime like an oil rig? No wonder Nickelodeon's always at war. James Marsden acts like his character from his recent movie, Enchanted. I wanted the Sonic guy. My favorite genre of movie is CG character sits in a car with a guy. And I can't believe we've gone this far without—
I fear there is treachery afoot.
Ah, there it is. That's how you know we're in a new era. Favorite female singer and favorite TV actress Miley Cyrus, following up immediately after the Jonas Brothers win. Could we see another Disney invasion suite? I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't a huge fan of all of them when I was a kid. Speaking of things I'm a huge fan of.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the upcoming movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
This man has been old for decades. Why are these guys presenting the favorite voice award?
Jerry Seinfeld, B-movie.
Worth noting that all three of the other nominees were from Shrek. Again. Harrison does the Indiana Jones bit of removing weight, even though Satipo isn't here to die for it. He does put on the hat, to which the children cheer, proving my point that the marketing campaign for Crystal Skull absolutely worked. Speaking of animated voices.
Hey, everybody. We're Otis and Pip from Back at the Barnyard.
With Miranda Costco from iCarly.
Ah, the faces of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, this isn't a scam of any kind.
That's weird. We don't usually use envelopes. Anyway, this first one is for favorite milk-giving TV star. And the winner is Otis.
Me? Really? Wow, I can't believe it. This is a huge surprise.
Congrats, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Let's see. Favorite actor with udders. And the winner is Otis.
What's up, right here?
Oh, I would like to thank a lot of people.
So you guys just found these lying on the ground?
Yep.
Yes, that is... Hey there, I suspicious.
Favorite TV star with whiskers who loves cheese.
Ooh, tough one. A lot of good people in there. A lot of good people.
And the winner is Lil JJ.
Yay! Woohoo! I like to... huh?
Yes! That's so great. Thanks for this wonderful, great award. Hey, Mama! Thanks, everybody at home. I got her cheese. I got a good award. I'm bringing home to you.
Dude, what just happened?
I don't know.
You said you were going to handle
I
it.
was. I thought I was.
This isn't over, JJ. I know people. You'll never eat cheese in this town again.
That almost makes it all worth it.
I've got a secret. My birthday suit has a matching hat.
That man still has his foreskin. Get him! More people I don't know. And this is the show I remember. On the show featuring the Jonas Brothers and Jack Black, they have the Naked Brothers Band perform a song. I'd honestly rather hear that one Miranda song, and I'm not joking. I let you down. Now I know how I feel about you now. I think that's how it goes. Makes it even more funnier that we see Pete Wentz immediately after, but he's just here to hand out a blimp. Finally, after years of confusion, the reality shows are given their own category. And Fear Factor isn't even nominated. Joe Rogan's gonna be pissed.
I didn't have room for it, so I gave it to Helga.
Who's Helga?
Her.
Oh, all right, well...
Before it panned over, I actually thought this was gonna be a Hey Arnold character. That's what I get for expecting more cartoons. Say what you will about this era when it comes to the Nicktoons of late 2000s, all right? But at least we're not fully behind only SpongeBob yet, all right? Otis from Barnyard was here. Did I forget to give credit to Eddie Murphy and American Idol for winning? Or was it on purpose? Ned's hair is continuing its multi-year plan of taking over his head, as God makes another cameo. I'm glad he's still kicking around. Please, God, if you can hear me, if you're still there, let Soulja Boy win for favorite male singer. That would be so fucking funny. But instead, Chris Brown wins, which isn't funny at all. Bold move to wear a clearly bootleg Rugrats hoodie. Usher is outside to do another challenge on Jack's behalf. He sprays a sumo with a slime cannon. They didn't even need to get the guy from The Apprentice this time. Slime meter doesn't go up at all, by the way. Ashton Kutcher wore a suit because of how important his role this year is. He's here to give out this year's Wannabe Award. And the winner is the only woman on the show who's actually earned her part. Cameron Diaz, the true burp champion, depending on who you ask. And also she's trying to save the planet or something. It's like Taylor Swift's Wario. Or I guess she would be Mario.
Clean is better than dirty, and dirty's neater than clean.
The future is in everyone's hand. Everyone in this room is responsible for the future. The biggest minds...
There they are. The future. Howie Mandel hosts the returning burp competition. Not the grossest thing he's done. Also, I thought we retired this. Watching KCA after KCA, we see the passage of time rapidly running by us. Look at Will Smith's only two children, Willow and Jaden. Look how grown up they are. The two of them, only the two of them. You know, his only two kids. We do at the very least get a Miley Cyrus performance. Gotta give the kids what they want.
An umbrella? Oh, come on, guys. You can do better than that.
We have fun here. But now the true deciding factor. Will the favorite show be Disney, Nick, or Disney? Orange balloons call upon the victory. It's like how they pick the next pope. I love that Miranda would have been up there anyway.
I am so happy for me.
Somebody is going to use these clips years down the line to talk about how toxic he is. Not me, of course, because I don't care. But someone. You may think Amy Poehler is here on behalf of her comedic films or SNL, but she's actually here to promote her upcoming Nicktoon, The Mighty Bee.
Accepting for Alvin and the Chipmunks is Jason Lee.
Wait, you couldn't get one of the other actors, like David Cross for the... Actually, you know what? I answered my own question. One final step is left. The human darts need to accumulate enough slime to fill up the meter and get the record for the longest sliming. Not the most, just the longest. So like waterboarding. I can't prove it, and I don't even necessarily remember it having one. Just off of vibes alone, this section of the show seems like it would have an accompanying flash game on Nick.com. The chosen victim is one Orlando Bloom, star of Gran Turismo, based on a true story.
What's the matter, buddy? Turn it!
Orlando, something's wrong with the machine.
Is it
the
still...
fail-safe is jammed. It's too hard, it's stuck. Listen, you guys, if we give him encouragement, he'll have more strength. The Rocktopus needs kid power.
Jack? It's called adrenochrome. Also, I'm not explaining the octopus. The Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards 2008 come to an end as two celebrity gamers get slimed into oblivion. The show would soon be followed by the premiere of new Nick reality show Dance on Sunset. The show was meant, as far as Wikipedia knows, to teach kids dance moves. As much as I'd love to watch that and tell you all about it, I couldn't find it. That's not all I couldn't find. This project started as me trying to cover every Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award event from the very beginning. And at the beginning, it got pretty messy. But we had a pretty good, like, 12-year run of finding all these shows back to back and being able to talk about the era rapid fire. But as far as Kids' Choice Awards 2009 is concerned, I couldn't find it. It was not one I could stumble across easily. I'm sure somebody has it somewhere. Either way, and I did preempt this earlier, that I would talk about only those ones, this era, I think it's probably the best time to wrap this up. 2008 was the first year into what would become a new era for Nickelodeon, but 2009 was when it really picked up. iCarly, True Jackson, Mighty B, Barnyard, Penguins. Chris Brown was nominated for Favorite Song and Favorite Male Singer, but was removed from voting due largely to his altercation with Rihanna in February. Altercation? Going into this, I had like 2 hazy memories I wanted to see if they actually occurred. They were, one I haven't talked about yet, which was being at the Gummy Bear Brothers house and watching what I later found out was Kids' Choice Awards 2010 and seeing Fred appear on TV. Seeing Fred on TV seems kind of novel and a little bit dumb right now, but being a kid who was very invested in early YouTube, it was cool to see somebody represented that I had watched on my computer that wasn't my least favorite South Park episode. And a memory I had mentioned in a video prior, I've mentioned this before, was being over at one of those March Madness parties, watching the Kids' Choice Awards, and then seeing the victorious April Fool's episode immediately follow. But not only did that 2012 episode not follow up that year's Kids' Choice Awards, that year in 2012, they didn't even have a premiere after the event, but that April Fool's episode aired in March. 2009 onwards, which was the year of the event that was followed up by the premiere of the Penguins of Madagascar show, already talked about it. After that point onward, it basically became the victorious night, as its first 2 seasons premiered immediately following their subsequent Kids' Choice Awards. As much as I'd like to talk about these Nickelodeon teen sitcoms and maybe some drama that followed at these events after, it kind of has an aura of sadness to it. I knew this documentary series was coming out for a long time, and I knew some of the stuff that was featured in it, but I didn't think it would drop as I was watching through these Kids' Choice Awards, working on this video, preparing to release it. It just gave me a bad gut feeling. Like, I really wanted to talk about how Nickelodeon has only ever given out 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards, and they are to one Dan Schneider and Optimus Prime, which is objectively silly, but I think it would be best, at least for now, to end things in 2008. I mean, sure, there are things I'd love to talk about. Teen Titans Go almost dethroning SpongeBob, the time they tried to assassinate Katy Perry on live television, the year Big Help Award winner Taylor Swift received a special silver-colored blimp from First Lady Michelle Obama. I am going to become a supervillain. I know I gotta stop edging you guys with potential sequels. Oh, maybe I'll talk about it someday, but maybe I will finish the lineage someday. I mean, the tradition is still kept up in modern day, as Kids' Choice Awards 2023 was followed up by a new episode of The New Big Nate Show. After all this time spent turning my nose up at award shows and looking down and making fun of celebrities, I think the only way to end this is getting a taste myself. Okay, so we might have a problem. Instead of doing what any sane person would do and watch one of those slime tutorials, and I'm not talking about a damn pirated musical, and just put a bunch of glue and water in a bowl. I didn't have a bowl, but I considered getting one for this. This is make instant slime. And when I bought this, the details are not only on the box, but on the, the listing that I got. It says makes 25 gallons. This is a very small box. I don't know how true that is, and I doubt it. I surprisingly, as a 23-year-old man, do not have a big enough bowl to house that, nor do I have 25 gallons just sitting around the house. So I had to extradite some work. Now, I think this is a little bigger than 25 gallons. I didn't think this was gonna be this big either. I should really check the dimensions of things before I buy them, but it goes real, oh, it stinks. I thought maybe I was getting a trash basket style barrel, but no, instead I got a thing that houses like methylamine. I'm doing nefarious deeds. This whole thing, I just wanted to make a segment where I'm like, oh, slime, and then I dump slime on myself, and maybe I still will, but I don't even know. I feel like this isn't gonna end well. There's a QR code inside. It's slime to win. Okay, so we have, this already just feels like there's slime in here. This is all that comes in the packet. Oh, it's like powder. Do I have instructions? No. Add water to tub. Sprinkle in the powder Give it a quick mix. Do not use salt water or water with high chlorine levels, such as pool water. That was the end of the sentence. A product is non-toxic and biodegradable. Oh, we're doing this outside then. Slip hazard, though. Don't slip on this. So it sounds like I need to fill this barrel with water. I spent a lot of time finding this table again. Like, oh, we're gonna do a fun little table segment. It's been a while since we did one of these. I think I now need to get rid of the table because it is in the way of the barrel. Where the fuck am I gonna, like, I didn't think this through because, like, I have a sink, but what am I gonna do? I'm gonna dump a cup in every... I can't, this is not gonna be worth it. Today's topic of discussion is man's hubris. It dawned on me, several questions dawned on me while I was filling up that methylamine barrel of 25 gallons worth of water. It actually holds 30 gallons as I was filling it up, and it took forever to do so. I got about a fifth of the way through before I realized I can't lift this. I thought I didn't have a smaller container, and I technically didn't because this is my only trash can that I use for my actual office. At no point in this experiment did I ask myself, do I have anyone that can help me? How am I going to clean this up? How do you plan on lifting 25 to 30 gallons? My response is, hey man, they don't pay me to think. They pay me to dream. But yeah, no, instead I'm gonna fill this. It might actually have cracks in it, I'm not sure. I hope it actually becomes slime, right? Because my concern is like, okay, if it can make 25 gallons and this is like significantly less, is it even going to become slime or will it just be dust? And at least now you could actually look inside it. That was the other main thing, right? It needed to be tall enough in the barrel for me to be able to stir it with my hands and also for you to be able to see, but also like that would be 30 gallons. I just clearly didn't think this through at all. But I did put the barrel in the video, which means I bought it for the video, which means it's a business expense. I noticed a lot of bubbles and just specks and little amoebas in it, and I was wondering why that was happening because I got this water right from the tap, but then I realized, oh, it's not the water, it's the trash can, because this is the one I used actually as my trash can. Like, that is only up until this point had trash in it. This is gonna be a mess. All right, well, let's start with the powder, which is the only step. I feel like I may or may not be creating a biohazard here. I just bought this off the Amazon shop, so I'm not sure if it's like legal. Yeah, there's certainly trash still in there. Listen, I am a scientist. My whole life I wanted to know what it's like to get slimed. And now it's time that I find out. Through back alley slime. You gotta really get your teeth in there. There we go. I think I'm just gonna snort up all the powder. All right, I wanna get a good shot of this. I mean, it smells like slime, I'll give it that. Need you to be able to see this. There's like smoke coming up from it. I think I might be poisoning myself actually. I inhaled a ton of that. This is like if you were hosting a Halloween party and put like dry ice. I went to go throw the bag away before realizing, wait a minute, where's my trash can? Okay, well now it became solid so quickly. Can you see this? I don't think I can get the camera high enough for you to even see it, so let's... Oh, okay, wow. Oh, gross. Can you hear that? That's a good noise. I kind of expected it to be like... Okay. So... I'm realizing now I'm on a green screen. I thought it would be like bright green slime, as if, you know, the green screen or the Nickelodeon slime, but no, this is like dark. These are chemicals I'm dealing with right now. Harmful chemicals. This is not working. Should be able to take a little peek inside what's going on down in oh, gross. So maybe I shouldn't have put all the powder inside. The ladle doesn't even go to the bottom. Guys, I really want to do the slime thing. I think we need to chalk this up to a loss. I can't even like displace some. I'm actually inhaling a lot of this and I'm starting to get actually like legit worried. I can't put this on myself. I feel like it'll melt my skin off. Can I touch the bottom? This is a really anticlimactic. I should have thought about this a little bit more than not at all. How edible do you think it is? Like, it's not inedible, right? If I don't post anymore after this, you'll know why. Well, I spent a lot of money on that barrel and the slime, and I shouldn't have put all the powder in, I think. It's kind of scary how quickly it became a solid, though. This is chemical warfare. Well, now I have a bucket of this stuff if I ever need to head down to the soup kitchen and feed it to homeless people. You know what it needs? More water. I don't know where I went wrong, guys. I feel like we've lost the plot a little bit. This channel used to be about cartoons, and now I'm creating more and more spectacle to try and top myself, but this is just, I think I've gone too far. In the words of a wise man, I may have gone too far in a few places. That's a perfect tease. All right, well, I thought this would be easier than writing an outro, but nope. Not at all. Could you believe that Amazon would create a product that isn't exactly as advertised? This is supposed to be for children. I could like get the top part and Andrew, I think we need to chalk this one up to a loss. In the pursuit of trying to enjoy something from my childhood, right? Something I've always wanted to accomplish, I realized that I'm not a kid anymore. I can't keep making financial decisions like this on a whim, as a goof, as a bit. I don't know why I thought it would be lighter now that it's slime. Okay, well, it said it's biodegradable. I'm gonna have to assume that's true. Hello? Still there? I'm getting very bored in here. Don't worry, Andrew. He'll be back. It's only been a couple months. What's the worst trouble he could have gotten into? I gotta get out of here, man. It's starting to smell like mysterious green powder.